Black numbers, black block Notre Dame on the sleeve, and the gold shiny helmets. Motion this way, handoff on 3rd and 9 to Marks, and he'll get inside the 30 to the 29, bringing up a 4th and 2, and a very interesting call coming up for the Trojans here, yes? 4th and 2.
Yeah,
looks like they're going for it. Here comes Kyron Hudson. Here comes Jacoby Lane. Out go Robinson and Ford. 4th and 2. Trojans decent on 4th downs, 8 for 14. Irish opponents have tried a lot this year, 12 for 32. 4th and 2, need to get to the 27 on their first drive of the game. Malyava waiting, claps his hands, drops to pass, fires it. Zachariah Branch will not get there. 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He needed more than that, and the Irish will take over on downs. A sideways pass, and it was well read, and the Trojans give it up.
Just took too long to develop right there. Notre Dame's defense able to get there. Just broke Zachariah out. Jaden kind of put it a little bit behind him. Missed a block right there, and just a free runner to him, shutting him down. Nice play by Christian Gray again. We've called his name twice already on the outside, covering up Zachariah Branch.
Good drive, but it gets nothing. The Trojans give it up after a 4th down stop. 9:42 to go first quarter. Irish take over when we come back. No score, USC and Notre Dame on the ESPN LA Trojans Media Network.
We are Life Law, where we make injury law simple. We have 2 simple goals for all of our clients: full medical recovery and ultimately full monetary compensation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to face the uncertainty in the wake of an accident. We will be there with you at each step in the legal and healthcare process. You will pay nothing unless we win your case. Dial 1-800-LYFE-LAW or check us out at lyfe.com. Life Law, official sponsors of USC Athletics.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food, no matter what you're craving. From 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings. Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up. You can go farther and save on full synthetic with our oil change special. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life oil filter for just $33.99. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Travis. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it on Monday morning on the Trav and DeMarco Show at 9 a.m. right here on 710 ESPN. Fight on.
No score, SC and Notre Dame, just under 10 to play in the first quarter. Trojans move the ball from their own 14 to the Irish 37. But on 4th and 2 are turned away on a complete pass, but only for a yard. And so now Notre Dame will have their first chance with the football against a USC defense that sends out Akili Arnold and Kamari Ramsey at the safety spots. Mason Cobb and Easton Mascarenas Arnold linebackers. We've got Cameron Fountain and Sam Green as the defensive ends. Up front, Gavin Meyer and Nate Clifton. Jalen Smith, the cornerback on the near side. Greedy Vance, the nickelback. And on the far side, number 14, Jacoby Covington. For the Fighting Irish at Notre Dame, a great running and passing quarterback. Better at running than passing, but not bad at passing. Riley Leonard, the transfer from Duke, 65% with 14 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, almost 2,000 yards. But 32 career rushing touchdowns, number 1 active in college football. He's in an empty backfield to start the game. Now, Jeremiah Love, who's an outstanding running back, will come and join him in the backfield and run straight up the middle. And this is Notre Dame's fort for sure, as he will drag the pile all the way out from the 37 to the 47-yard line, and it's a first down for Notre Dame on the first play. Jeremiah Love, 6 foot 210, sophomore, 850 yards and 14 touchdowns. He's averaging 7 yards a carry, and pretty much everybody else that comes in to take over for him at any given time averaging about that as well per particular run. Love in the pistol behind Riley Leonard, then vacates. He'll get a pass this way, catches at the 47 and gets dropped immediately by Jalen Smith at the 48, so a gain of 1, and it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Nice tackle by Jalen Smith right there on the first down play. Pete, the Trojans just not ready in the run game, and Notre Dame gashed them. They got to be ready for those downhill runs from Love today. If they're watching the tape, that's what they love to do. Nate Clifton lost his gap on that one, but Jalen Smith with a nice tackle on first down.
If you know anything about Notre Dame football, you know that they love to pile it up on the ground, and they have a big and talented offensive and defensive line. The fake to Love. Here goes Leonard. Cameron Fountain was waiting for him. He's trying to run around the outside, and he manages to get a couple of yards as he outraces Anthony Beavers around the outside. No first down. He gets into Trojan territory at the 47 and gives the Irish a pretty good shot here on 3rd and 4. Fountain had him glued and stopped, but then good speed there by Leonard.
Yeah, it shows you the kind of speed Leonard has right there. Anthony Beavers had the angle on him right there. Trojans a good defense, but he just got the edge right there. You can see how long those strides are compared to Anthony Beavers as he won that race to the sideline.
Speed like that and size like he's got, he'd make a good decathlete perhaps at 6'4" and 216, and he can run. So 3rd and 4, and a big play for the Irish as they get a first down in their first play, and now a 3rd down a couple of plays later. Motion this way. Leonard looks this way. The throw is complete, and a first down to the Trojan 41 as Jalen Smith will make the tackle on Chris Mitchell, who makes his 17th catch of the year. Jaden Harrison, Jordan Faison, Bo Collins, kid from St. John Bosco, their leading receiver with 34 catches, and Jaden Greathouse are their leading receivers on the year.
Just a little cross play, a little pick play on that side, getting in front of Jaden Smith, the other wide receiver, and just enough to get that first down.
1st and 10 at the Trojan 41. Zip-zap motion for Mitch Evans, the tight end. The throw comes underneath and tackled from behind as he's running forward to the Trojan 34-yard line. Number 1, Greathouse, just mentioned him, gets a nice block from that tight end. Excuse me, Mitchell Evans. So some decent yardage on the play will give the Irish a 2nd and 4. The Trojan 34. Notre Dame sneaking up on scoring position already here in the first quarter.
Yeah, just a little outside screen right there. Devin Tompkins, good job retracing, getting to the ball, but gives up about 6 yards on the play.
Wide outs either way. On a 2nd and 4, just inside the 35. Riley Leonard being rushed, gets away. Here he goes. 35, first down at the 30, up the sideline 20. He's at the 10, he's at the 5, and he hops, skips, and jumps into the end zone, but I think he's out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like they got him marked at the
29. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a shame too, because Coach Lynn had dialed up a nice corner blitz from the boundary, and Riley Leonard did not even see it, but Jacoby Covington comes to the upfield shoulder instead of that backfield shoulder, which you're tie. If you don't target right there, that's why Leonard's able to get out of the pocket right there and scramble for that first down.
Crowd moaning or roaring at the replay, and of course the split of the fans here today kind of even between SC and Notre Dame fans. Motion for Evans this way on 1st and 10 at the Trojan 29. Delayed handoff goes to Love, and he expertly works his field up forward and then gets pushed forward by the Irish offensive line at the 20-yard line, a gain of 9. They are very tough up front, although a true freshman at left tackle, Anthony Knapp, a sophomore at left guard, Billy Stroth, returning starter junior at center, Pat Coogan, Rocco Spindler is the redshirt junior returning starter at right guard, and Emil Wagner at the right tackle. But they are big and they are strong and they love to be physical. 2nd and 1 at the Trojan 20. Long count for Riley Leonard. Just flips a pass to Evans, who gets dropped at the 19. That'll be enough. They'll say forward progress to the 18. So another first down for Notre Dame, as they have been moving the ball since stopping the Trojans back at their own 37-yard line on a 4th and 2 on SC's first possession of the game. So the Irish now obviously in field goal range, but they'd like more than that. 1st and 10, they say progress to the 17, a generous spot to be sure. Leonard waiting. Love to his right. Leonard changing the play up. Didn't like the defense he saw. Love, his running back, moves from his right to his left. Twin receivers to the left side. Motion for Evans, the tight end. They'll throw to Evans. Evans catches at the 16 and then gets pushed back by Akili Arnold at that spot. So a gain of only 1 on their first down play. 2nd down and 9. At this point, you're just hoping you make them cough it up or you make them kick a field goal, one of the two.
This Notre Dame offense wants to test you on that lever. They're going to Riley Leonard's going to watch your eyes as your defensive end. He's going to sell that run, then he pulls that run, then he can run, or he can throw out to that tight end right there. He just tries to dump it off, pick up some yards, but Akili Arnold does a good job staying with his responsibility on that play.
Motion this way for tight end Raridon. Handoff to Love, delays, gets to the 10, puts his head down and knocks Kamari Ramsey back about 2 yards off the field and off his feet and onto his backside. And Love will go down finally at the 9-yard line. That is one tough run for Jeremiah Love. Wow.
Looks like
you said you were talking about physicality. It looks like Notre Dame has brought that.
Yeah, Jeremiah Love has brought his hard hat today. He is putting his shoulder down today. He's finishing. That's the third run. He's trying to finish off Trojans already, where he's gained some extra yards. Kamari Ramsey not ready for that match. Lost that one. To see if number 7 can dial it back in.
3rd and 2, though, here for the Irish at the 9. It'll be Leonard to run up the middle and easily gets the first down. Head over heels he goes as he's upended by Jacoby Covington at the 5 and falls on his backside at the 4-yard line. We figured with an empty backfield and a 3rd and 2 he was going to run it, and he did.
Yeah, you definitely always have to be aware that 13 can pull it down at any time. Some teams go empty all the time. You think, oh, they're going to throw it. Not this Notre Dame team. They want to run the ball.
He has 13 rushing touchdowns. Jeremiah has 14 rushing touchdowns. Love. And pick your poison right here on 1st and goal at the 4. It'll be Leonard following Love down to the 1, and that's as far as he'll go. They blow the whistle before he gets pushed forward. The ball was loose, but I think the whistle had already sounded. Coming up off the bottom of the pile, Kamari Ramsey for the Trojans. The ruling on the field is that forward progress was stopped, and so it'll be 2nd and goal for the Irish at the Trojan 1-yard line.
And they're going to load up with some tight ends here, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's a couple runs coming at you here, Pete.
Oh, and the Trojan fans unhappy. You can hear them as they think that was a fumble, but they're not going to allow that. The handoff to Love, right side, and in. Touchdown, Notre Dame. So the Irish on their first possession score, and I remind you again, they have outscored their opponents and badly in every single quarter. The score in the first quarters are 94-37, and the Irish turned the Trojans away on a 4th and 2. They were never turned away, never really in any serious trouble. Had a couple of 3rd downs, but they were 3rd and 4, 3rd and 2. And it's Jeremiah Love to get his 15th rushing touchdown, a 13-play, 92-yard drive. Make it a 72-yard drive. As the extra point here for Jeter, who has made all 38 of his this season. Snap back. Covington almost got in there to get a piece of that, but he did not, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field, 2:28 remaining, first quarter. The Irish strike first, Notre Dame 7, USC nothing, and this is the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
There's no place like the road home. Anticipation in every mile with presents wrapped and bags packed. The joy of the journey and the glow of your destination in the headlights. There's no feeling like it. Pedal down, volume up. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the season of Audi sales event.
USC Trojan fans, Smart Stop Self Storage is ready for game day. Smart Stop Self Storage is committed to making the self-storage experience easy and hassle-free for all Trojan fans. Whether you're storing your Trojans tailgate gear, need temporary storage while moving to a new home, or need a storage solution for your business, we're here for you with convenient locations throughout Southern California. Smart Stop Self Storage, the smarter way to store. Visit smartstop.com to reserve your space today. Fight on. Fight on.
Hey, it's Ireland. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it Monday on the biggest show in the radio, Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on 710 ESPN.
So the Irish strike first. 13-play drive, took over 7 minutes. And they score on a 1-yard run by Jeremiah Love to make it 7-0. 2:38 to go in the first quarter here in Los Angeles. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
Hey, it's Mace, and this is USC football back where it belongs on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles, a good Karma Brands radio station. Fight on!
Down to the field for our DirecTV sideline report for the first time this afternoon. Here's Jordan Moore.
Yeah, not a good start for the Trojans on either side of the ball. Kind of a microcosm of something I've been talking about for a while. As USC gets into these matchups with Notre Dame, we talked about it with Michigan earlier this year, any of these Big Ten opponents, and you go, okay, USC's advantage is speed, and the other team's advantage is strength or power inside. And the problem for USC is you saw it on offense, their speed is not necessarily showing up in all these games. They got the ball to Zachariah Branch in space, and it didn't turn into a huge play. Whereas Notre Dame, their power showed up on that first drive. USC was just not matching them physically at all. So this is going to be a little bit of a gut check on the sidelines for the Trojan defense, as they simply just got hit in the face and rocked back 3 or 4 times on that drive.
Notre Dame's 2 most important things in a game: field position and dominate the line. Lemon will try again. He went to the 14 the first time. This time he'll get to the 19, and that's all. So the Trojans returning kicks, but not getting as far as they would have got if they would have let the ball go into the end zone. You take that chance, certainly.
Yeah, a couple things from that first defensive drive. I think we had a chance with Jacoby Covington on third down. Obviously not a beautiful drive from the Trojans, but on third down, you got to get out, got to collect that sack. And then how powerful a runner Love was. Looked like the Trojans weren't ready for that. But also the way they used Riley Leonard, man. I'd like to see Jaden Mayava get it going here. I thought he had a couple opportunities in that first drive to use his legs. Decided to give it to Woody Marks. Got to present another element to this defense if the Trojans want to move the ball on offense.
You want this to be 7-7 and not 7-3, because 7-3 turns into maybe 14-3, and then you got a problem. So Trojans need 80 here, and here's Woody Marks to start him off, and he gets 9, almost 10. To the 29.5-yard line. They actually gave Makai Lemon forward progress to the 20-yard line, and Woody Marks is down on his back and shaken up in some fashion. They're going to take a break, and I think we will as well while they look at Woody. That would be a bad loss for SC. We'll take a timeout. 2:11 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Notre Dame. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
When you're hiring, ZipRecruiter's technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. What if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
When you've got good beer and good vibes, it's all Buena. Introducing Stone Buenavesa Salt and Lime Lager. Brewed with real lime and a touch of sea salt, this insanely refreshing Baja-inspired lager is perfect for celebrating the good life with good people. Imported from San Diego to wherever you are in 6-packs, 12-packs, and on draft. Find Buenavesa near you using the beer finder at find.stonebrewing.com and show how you live Buena on Instagram at Live Buena.
With next-level tech and safety features, Hyundai cars and SUVs give you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Advantages include our available class-exclusive digital key and available remote smart parking assist. And because we want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, you'll also get complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles and 10 years of America's best warranty. In a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
Hey, it's Mace. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We are all over it Monday on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, weekdays, noon to 3 on 710 ESPN. Fight on.
All right, Woody Marks, they took a look at him, took him off the sideline, and put him in the tent. That is the injury tent that you go in anymore. But, when you were playing, Shaun, they just kind of worked on you on the bench. But now they don't want anybody to see what part you're working on. And so we don't know exactly what the injury was to Woody Marks. At any rate, as we were talking, one of our keys to the game, one of mine was, if the anatomy of an upset is guys that don't usually play, kind of make a big play, kind of come in and do something, well, here comes Quentin Joyner. be the Trojan feature running back.
Yeah, I see some Quentin Joyner, maybe some Brian Jackson here, so maybe some other guys get a chance. Obviously, it's a big blow to the Trojans. Woody Marks has been such a huge piece. I don't know if will be back or not, but he's been such a huge piece of this offense. We'll have to get some other guys involved if number 4 can't go today.
So Joyner is in there. The sun's starting to peek through the clouds, and you can see players' shadows on the field. It is cloudy but warm. Notre Dame shifting around on the line. And as they shift, the Trojans.
False start. Offense, number 85.
See that and
5-yard
move too
penalty,
quickly
second down.
out of their stance when they came to the set position. And so move it back. The 9-yard gain becomes really a 4-yard gain. Walker Lyons, the guilty party there.
Yeah, they've called it about 6 times different this year. If you shift, is it on you or the defense for yelling shift? So it's just a hard penalty to enforce when you don't know who's in trouble with that.
Second down and about 6 for SC. Long toss to Quentin Joyner. Joyner trying to get outside. It does to the 30, up the sideline, 35 and out of bounds. Near the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. And that's a USC first down. Huh.
Yeah, a little quick toss right there to Quentin Joyner, just getting him outside fast, using his speed and with a great stiff arm to keep the defender off him so he could pick up that first down and get past that pylon.
Joyner still holding on to the football. None of the refs seem to want it. There's a new ball in play, and he finally just heaves it out of bounds. So Joyner will line up to the right side of Mayava. Joyner comes into the game with 400 yards in 50 carries. This time Mayava will throw on first down. Underneath, incomplete. Threw it a little bit low, and that's a good thing because he was looking for Zachariah Branch. But right on top of that was Leonard Moore, the cornerback, and if it had been any higher, he might have picked that thing off. Second down.
Yeah, Jaden Mayava, he just kind of locked in right there to Zachariah Branch, waiting for him to run his route. He had plenty of time in that pocket right there. Trojan offensive line doing a good job. I'd like for him to maybe go to the second option here and see who's open because pretty much Zachariah was pretty covered up on that play. I'd like him to check across the field there. I know he's got that timer in his head, but offensive line doing a good job on that one.
Ford and Lemon to the far side, near side, slotted is McCree and Kyron Hudson down just below our vantage point. Handoff, Joyner hit at the line, squirts free for a couple. Out to the 38-yard line, gain of 2. 3rd and 8, brought down by Tuli Alamaka. Junior Tuli Alamaka. Famous name in Trojan history recently. 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. No, it's 3rd and 8, gain of 2. And a big play for the Trojans. Don't want to give it right back against this strong Notre Dame team. You're already down 7-0 very late in the first quarter. Joyner goes in motion, zip-zaps back, and gets back in the backfield. Mayava will throw on second down, being rushed. Rolls right, throws on the run, and it is not complete. Looking for Jacoby Lane at the Irish 35, and he couldn't hang on. It's 4th down, and the Trojans will bring out Ray Guy finalist Eddie Czaplisky, the captain for today's game, to kick this thing out. He was such a great weapon last week against UCLA, and it'll be up to the Trojan defense to figure out how to get a stop against this Notre Dame rushing attack.
Yeah, Bryce Young and Xavier Watts out there get a lot of pressure to Jaden's face early, forcing him out of the pocket, trying to make a play and go down the field. This is a tough defense, Pete. Let's be real with ourselves. There's a reason they're top 10 in a bunch of categories. These guys know how to play defense, and right now shutting out the Trojans.
Snap back to Czaplisky. The rush was on. He got rid of it, and the fair catch is made at the 15-yard line by Max Hurlman. So the Irish will have it 1st and 10 from their own 15. Top 25 college football playoff report brought to you by Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. The final playoff pairings and all that will be in a couple of weeks. The penultimate rankings will come out this coming weekend and Monday. Here in the Big Ten, Minnesota defeated Wisconsin yesterday 24-7. Iowa, a 13-10 winner over Nebraska. Both will go bowling. 23rd ranked Illinois knocked off Northwestern 38-28. Fresno State and UCLA scoreless in the first over across town. Rutgers leading Michigan State 10-7 in the first. Maryland leading number 4 Penn State 7-3 in the first. Later on today, Purdue at 10th ranked Indiana and Washington at number 1 Oregon at 4:30. And here's one that'll warm the cockles of your heart. The Michigan Wolverines go to Columbus, Ohio, and beat second-ranked Ohio State 13-10. How do you do? Did you have that one on your bingo card?
4 in a row for the Wolverines.
There's a timeout down on the field. Both teams gathered around their coaching staffs on their respective sides of the field, and while they are there doing that, let's spend some time for our DirecTV sideline report with Jordan Moore.
Yeah, not a ton to report, but the medical tent's still up and Woody Marks still inside of it. So you hate to speculate, but it was nothing lower body, just to eliminate some things for people. It looks, if I had to guess, I would say that he's in there doing some test, concussion protocol kind of tests. So really have no idea whether or not he will be back, but he has been in there for some time getting checked out.
Thank you, Jordan. Whether it's before, during, or after the game, stop by Lazy Dog Restaurants at LA Live for handcrafted, made-from-scratch meals. LazyDogRestaurants.com. 7-0 Irish, just 19 seconds remaining in the first quarter. One of our great sponsors all year, Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. It'd be a nice day for one out in the stands today. 80 degrees, a very light breeze blowing in from the ocean. Seems very almost summer-like here.
Beautiful day. I know all these Notre Dame fans who have made the trek from South Bend, Indiana, are really loving this weather.
It's not like this all the time. Go home. Other teams on the SC schedule this and next year. Oklahoma at LSU at 4 o'clock today. Last night, Colorado State beat Utah State 42-37. Appalachian State and Georgia Southern will get underway at 3. In the MAC, Miami of Ohio beat Bowling Green 28-12, and so they win the MAC and will play Ohio, a 42-21 win over Ball State in the MAC final next week. San Jose State beat Stanford for the first time in 18 years. Stanford 3-9, 34-31 the final there. Utah handled Central Florida 28-14, but the Utes are not going bowling. Louisville won their rivalry game over Kentucky 41-14. Jadarian Price is in the backfield for the Irish. 1st and 10 from their own 15. Riley Leonard wants to throw and does. That's complete in front of Jalen Smith and out of bounds. That'll be 83, Jaden Thomas, who will pick up 7 on the play. Make it even 8 now, 2nd down and 2. He looked very calm back there, did Riley Leonard. He's 6 for 6 for 25 yards.
Yeah, if Notre Dame's picking up those kind of chunks on passing plays, USC's in trouble. They got to limit those kind of plays while still getting locked in on that run.
End of the quarter has reached us here. The first quarter is in the books. The score after 1, Notre Dame 7 and USC nothing. Back with the second quarter of action after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite free.
These humans get the biggest college football games on DirecTV, and we don't even get a satellite dish.
Enough squawking.
It's Coach Prime.
Bring it in. Sure, they can get all that college football without a dish, but you still got your passion, your drive, your resolve, your
incredible career as a football icon?
No, that's me.
Stream the biggest college football games. No satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
You sit in traffic now, but later, there's an ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, all your patience is paid out in gold. You remain calm through honks, bumper to bumper, and people yelling. Move! You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hi, it's Hannah, and welcome to the HannahCast. Today, Piggy Bank's gonna fuel our episode with questions about Arco Rewards. Yep, earn up to $5 in rewards at sign-up. Uh-huh, and 5 cents on every gallon. Sounds pretty sensible, if you ask me. Oh, all this savings talk making you hungry? Here you go. Learn how to earn at arcorewards.com.
By entering your phone number, you're agreeing to receive recurring automated informational and marketing SMS, MMS messages from Marathon. Consent not required for purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it next week on the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover. Sedano and Cap, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN. Fight on!
Trojans trail Notre Dame 7-0 after one quarter. The stats just about even, 82-80 in total yards, and the plays are 15-14. The Irish have looked better. They move the ball better against the Trojans than the Trojans have against Notre Dame. Welcome back to Trojan Football. The second quarter presented by Southern California's own Stone Brewing, proud partner of USC Athletics and craft beer pioneer since 1996. As we might have mentioned to you last week on the postgame show, Notre Dame is the best team that USC is going to play in 2024. No question. LSU was decent. Penn State was decent. But Notre Dame is better than those guys.
Yeah, they look like it so far. This offense for Notre Dame and Coach Freeman, they look in sync right now. The running game is going good. Obviously, Love a tremendous runner. Leonard running the ball, and right now the passing game is clicking for him too. So right now, the Trojans got some things to figure out on defense. I think offensively the Trojans look good on the first drive. Obviously, you got to convert that fourth down, but just not enough in that second drive. Got to figure some things out on both sides of the ball if they want to stay in this one.
So the Irish will start the second quarter with the ball back in their own end. After the good punt again by Eddie Czaplicki. Fair caught at the 15. Now the Irish have it out at the 23-yard line on a 2nd down and 2 as we start back into action. Short motion away. Throw to the right side. Fumble, ball up in the air. Trojans are going to have it if they hang on to it, and they do. It popped off the Irish player straight up in the air. Akili Arnold had the best look at it. I don't know that he came down with it. No, he did not. It was Easton Mascarenas Arnold who comes down with it. And the Trojans get their first break of the game, the first turnover of the game. And it gives SC a short field at the Notre Dame 37-yard line, 1st and 10, SC.
Yeah, Jaden Thomas with the catch for Notre Dame, and Jacoby Covington is coming from his blind side, gets his helmet on the ball right there. His helmet pops the arm up, and Jaden Thomas kind of tosses it in the air for the Trojans, so definitely a fumble on that one, and it looked like Easton Mascarenas Arnold comes down with that one for the Trojans. A huge turnover. Obviously, we talked about Notre Dame being so good in turnover margin, plus 16 on the year. They're giving one to the Trojans. Got to find something on this offense right here and find a way to get in this end zone.
Turnovers are the great equalizer. We saw that last year at South Bend when the Trojans lost big. They gave the ball up 5 times. That positive turnover presented by Yeti, making gear that helps you stay out longer, travel farther, and live harder. 1st and 10 SC at the Irish 37. Got to do something with it now. As Maliava on the quick change back to action as Quentin Joyner is in there for the injured Woody Marks. Throw this way. Deuce Robinson will wrestle a couple of Irish defenders out of bounds inside the 30 to the 26, gain of 11. And here come the Trojans. 1st and 10 at the Notre Dame 26-yard line.
How about that for number 2? The Deuce chant coming out. All I heard was Deuce as big number 2 gets the ball, 2 defenders, and able to carry him past the first down marker.
The Irish, as you mentioned, plus 16 on turnovers. That is that's why you're 10-1, right? You do that. Remember those Trojan teams, every once in a while you get those kind of numbers, and you got a pretty good record if that happens.
Yep, get the ball and take care of the ball.
You only get 10 or 11 possessions a game, and if you give them back to the other team, well, you're probably going to have problems. Joyner to the left side of Maliava on 1st and 10 at the Irish 26. It'll be Maliava to keep it himself. Gets to the 25 and hops out to the 21-yard line. Had hands on him. Well, he called his own number there, I do believe.
And that's what he's got to do. Notre Dame was bringing a blitz from the outside. He sees the blitz coming. He sells the run down the middle and then pulls it right there. And that's going to keep Notre Dame's their defense honest. And they got to really focus in on Jaden Maliava. That's going to open up the run for the inside. So he's got to pull some of those. Doesn't got to do a ton of them, but it's got to keep that Notre Dame defense honest.
Has seemed reticent to run. He wasn't last year at UNLV, 277 yards. I mean, it's not the 677 that Notre Dame quarterback Riley Leonard came in with. 2nd down. Maliava under pressure, but dumps it to Quentin Joyner at the 15, down to the 10, inside the 10, and out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Nice job by Maliava to draw the pressure, see the pressure, and dump it out to Quentin Joyner. Only his 12th catch of the year. He's over 100 yards, and that's a 1st and goal in the La Victoria red zone for USC.
And we've talked about Woody Marks all year being able to catch the ball. A little 13-yard catch for Quentin Joyner. But right there, Quentin Joyner with the nice one-handed running back catch right there. So both running backs, Woody Marks and Quentin Joyner, getting it done in the reception game.
Joyner to the left side of Mayava on 1st and 10. Of course, the Trojans had all kinds of trouble against UCLA last week in the red zone. Got down to the 5-yard line a couple of times and just couldn't do much of anything. Did get a bunch of field goals that ultimately helped lead to the win over the Bruins. This time a handoff. Joyner delays at the line, gets to the 5, dives towards the goal line, but he's down just inside the 1. 2nd and goal USC. Inside the 1-yard line, and Quentin Joyner becoming quite the story here for the injured Woody Marks.
And he lowered the boom right there on number 1, Jordan Clark for Notre Dame. We've seen Love with some big runs in the first half, in the first quarter, but right there, Quentin Joyner laying the boom on a Notre Dame defender, and looks like Jordan Clark is injured after that play.
Clark, the nickelback rover combination, 2-year starter at Arizona State, attended the campus in Tempe with Eddie Czaplisky, a graduate from there, 5th-year senior, and he's working on 1 or 2 of his arms. Both of them look pretty bad. Stinger, it looked like to me. And down on the field, Jordan has something for us on our DirecTV sideline report.
He might have gotten in. I just don't know if you're at the 1-foot line whether it's worth a challenge, because you don't want to necessarily take the risk of losing it. But you watch that replay, it looks like he extended the ball over the goal line. You think he's short, Shaun?
Yeah, he's probably he spotted at the right spot. Yeah, his right looked like his right shin was down a little before.
Well, I would say don't get cute here. Let's see if we can't just push 14 into the end zone.
Learned a lesson from a week ago, maybe. 7-0 Notre Dame. 12:34 to go. 2nd quarter here at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. Lead Arbogast with Shaun, Cody, and Jordan Moore. Under center goes Mayava with Quentin Joyner behind him. And Mayava will get pushed from behind. And he's wrapped up short of the goal line, I believe. And even if you take a look at a replay here, I don't think you can see with the bodies flying all over the place that he did or did not get in. Oh, they say touchdown USC. Yeah. All right, so call on the field is touchdown. Now I don't know if you can turn it over the other way either.
Yeah, I think right there he gets over the line eventually. Initially he was kind of held up, kind of stood too tall in that pocket there. You'd like to see him get a better lean there, but that second surge, I think they didn't blow any whistle, so I think they're going to give him that second surge, and that's when he got the ball across the line there.
The ruling on the field was a touchdown. The play's under further review.
Yeah, it's one of those where I just don't think you can tell either way. If they called it the other way, you probably couldn't tell. You probably can't tell this way.
Yeah, I didn't hear the whistle blow, so I think they gave him that opportunity for that second surge. Now, if they listen to the whistle, maybe on the replay, I don't know if that changes the story, but right there, it wasn't the first initial push. He didn't look like he got it. That second surge is looking like where Mayava went across that line.
Yeah, I don't think you can overturn. I think it's going to stay a touchdown. Other scores for you in the top 25. If you saw this, you're still recovering. My brother, the Bruin, had Georgia on a parlay, and they won, of course. 7th-ranked Georgia beat Georgia Tech 44-42 in 8 overtime. So they're still recovering. He's still being revived at Kaiser. Oh, here's a line straight down the line.
So you can't see Jaden.
It's a bunch of backsides. There's a bunch of wallets. There's no way to tell. Yeah, not from that view.
They have a straight shot down the line. You just can't see where Jaden Mayava is. So they called it a touchdown. Might be tough, tricky to overturn that one, or it's going to be on the 1-inch line.
8th-ranked Tennessee beats Vanderbilt 36-23 in their rivalry game. 11th-ranked Boise State over Oregon State 34-18. Oregon State cannot go bowling. Boise State goes to the Mountain West final. 15th-ranked South Carolina beats number 12 Clemson on the road today. And 14th-ranked Ole Miss yesterday wins the Egg Bowl over Mississippi State 26-14. Let's check in with Jordan on the field.
Yeah, I actually don't think he got in, although I agree with you guys. It's probably too hard to overturn, although I said the same thing at Minnesota. Remember, they overturned that one and it cost USC a ball game. But this is where I would like to see them put a chip in the football. All of soccer has figured this out long ago. You could tell whether or not the ball crossed the line. You could draw imaginary lines. There's technology to solve this problem, and right now they are just entirely going to eyeball this thing.
Yeah, We got lots of looks at it here. Now the
After
ref takes
review, the ruling on the field stands is called. Touchdown.
You can't change it. There's just nothing to change it.
Also, part of that review was Riley Mills punching Emmanuel Pregnon on the floor, too. They just showed that on the TV broadcast, so I don't know if they would check that
boys.
out. Yeah, he definitely threw a haymaker right there.
Memphis beat Tulane, ranked 17th, 34-24. Tulane and Army will still meet in their conference final next week. 25th ranked Colorado shut out Oklahoma State by 52. Extra point to try to tie the game up. Lines are set. We wait the snap. Pepper back to Czaplisky to the foot of Lance and through the uprights and good. So timeout on the field. 12:07 remaining in the first half. It's now Notre Dame 7, USC 7. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
Here in California, we are all about chill. From hitting the beach or going on your favorite hike to going all out and pulling for our teams to win another championship. No one is more chill than us. The one thing, though, that ties us all together, enjoying all that California has to offer with great friends and a cold Coors Light. Pick up icy cold Coors Light today or even get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
If you're looking for the perfect holiday gift, Lazy Dog Restaurants has awesome holiday offers you don't want to miss. Buy a $30 gift card and get a limited edition coffee mug while supplies last. Plus, for every $50 in gift cards you purchase, you'll receive a $10 bonus promo card to treat yourself in the new year. Stop by today and complete your holiday shopping list with a Lazy Dog gift card. LazyDogRestaurants.com.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, TravisMathew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, TravisMathew brings that same style to USC fans with their first-ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days and style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at TravisMathew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Hey, it's Travis. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it on Monday morning on the Trav and DeMarco Show at 9 a.m. right here on 710 ESPN. Fight on.
Back here in the Coliseum where the Trojans just tied it up with Notre Dame 7-7. But I got some better information. I think we got Jordan down on the sideline with some great news. Jordan, what you got for us?
Well, thanks, Shaun. I thought the mojo in the stadium flipped during that quarter break when they did a great ceremony for Caleb Williams down here on the field, welcoming him back. Obviously, he was the tunnel captain today, but they officially retired his jersey, which I think is kind of a funny thing. I always assumed as a USC fan and sort of modern historian, and maybe Pete can speak to this better than anybody, I always just sort of assume that the Heisman winners' jerseys were retired, but I don't ever remember like a retirement ceremony for Matt Leinart or Carson Palmer, and certainly I wasn't around for the other guys' jerseys to be retired. The other thing I was going to ask you guys is like 43 has never been in circulation since Troy Polamalu left it. Do you guys believe that some other numbers besides the Heisman numbers should be retired?
I think 84, probably.
I think 43 was used. I was trying to remember who was 43 with our team. Didn't 43, I think it was a safety back when I think someone used 43 after Troy.
Since Troy? I have it in my phone. I'll look next time out. By the way, congratulations to my friend Shaun Cody, who along with others like Ray Maualuga, Matt Gudegood, Dalen McCutcheon, Dennis Thurman, Steve Grady, and Bruce Rollinson, inducted today over in Pasadena into the California High School Football Hall of Fame. Congratulations, big boy.
Ooh, I was hell on wheels in high school, Pete.
#1 player in the country, as I recall.
Yeah, man, just beating up in kids in the San Gabriel Valley there, right there, taking them to town, old Los Altos High School, Bert.
I keep a sports clipping scrapbook, and I believe I have the USA Today page with you as the #1 player in high school football, player of the year.
I have it in my bedroom. I wake up every morning and I light a little candle underneath it.
Pretty nice. First down for the Irish after the kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. 7-7 tie, early second quarter, and Riley Leonard and company back at a brand new ball game with Price right next to him, and Price gets the call, waddles into trouble, and Gets dropped by Jamil Muhammad and Braylon Shelby, with Easton Mascarenas Arnold waiting for him as well. You might recall Price. He's the guy that returned that kickoff last year, 99 yards to blow the game open. Trojans had gotten back to within 31-20. We were thinking, well, you get a stop here, you got a shot at it. And he went 99, and that was the end of the show.
Yeah, definitely got some speed boost abilities on Jadarian Price.
Empty backfield for Riley Leonard. Claps his hands a couple of times, runs right up the middle, but they're waiting for him, and he won't get away this time. As Devin Tompkins will bring him down after a gain of 1 at the 26, and now 3rd and 9 for Notre Dame. Not a great third down team, 39%, and the Trojans are very, very good defensively, as you know. One of the top 10 teams in the country at 32% defensively.
And 3rd and long, definitely not their specialty. We've talked about Riley Leonard's legs a little bit, but his arm in these kind of situations, definitely not his strong suit.
Irish are 2 out of 2 on third down conversions so far today. This one their longest by far, a 3rd and 9 at their own 26. Leonard waiting, drops further back, being rushed, rolled from the pocket, wants to throw on the run. Rolling to the right side, looks like he wants to run, throws it at the last second, underthrown, incomplete out at the 36-yard line. Looking for the tight end, Mitchell Evans, who gets up very, very slowly, and the Irish are turned away and will have to punt. That, the first incomplete pass thrown by Leonard after hitting his first 7 in a row, and the Trojans will get it back in a tie ball game in the second quarter.
And a good job pushing the pocket right there. Coach Lynn brings a blitz, and Desmond Stevens, a young freshman, gets Riley Leonard out of the pocket right there where he's not comfortable throwing on the run. He likes to make it with his feet, not with his arm right there. Trojans do a good job, but I thought the winning play on that drive, 2nd down, Devin Tompkins being aware of Riley Leonard wanting to run the ball.
Tompkins and Stevens, 2 guys that you don't normally talk about making huge plays, and here they are in the second quarter of the SC Notre Dame game. It's a fake on the punt try, and a long throw to Mitchell Evans is complete to the 42, out to the 47, and they work it really, really well. Evans makes the catch, and the Irish with the first down at their own 49-yard line. Great play, great call, great time for it. Tough to make that call way back in your own end, I'll tell you.
Yeah, definitely a gutsy call by Marcus Freeman, but they must have seen something on that special teams for the Trojans that knew they had something up. If they wanted to dial one up, backed up right there. Great time to run it. We're not expecting it. Trojans weren't expecting it, and Notre Dame runs it to perfection on that one.
It is Chris Salerno, who is a backup place kicker, who was actually slotted, and they tossed it to him. He's the holder on place kicks for Notre Dame, but now completes the pass. Riley Leonard fakes left, throws a screen this way, and it's complete, but nothing there for Jadarian Price. Actually loses a yard back to the 48. So the Trojan defense started to awaken here in the second quarter. Couldn't stop the Irish on a 4th down fake punt, and the Irish reduced to having to try that. It works, and now it's 2nd and 11 at the 48.
Yeah, I haven't seen any Jeremiah Love since that first drive. This is the 3rd series we've seen Jadarian Price in there instead of Love.
He put his head down on one of those battering ram runs, and he may have paid the price for it. Handoff, and it's Price. They've got a hand on him, and nice play by Braylon Shelby. No gain on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 11. One thing I'm pretty sure of, if they don't get the first down here, they're not going to try a second fake punt in a row.
Yeah, you don't typically run 2 in a row, but good job by Braylon Shelby on the edge right there, just doing his job. Sometimes you want to poke your head inside, go inside for the run. Price tries to bounce it outside, and Braylon Shelby says, "Nuh-uh, buddy, I got it outside here. I'm taking it down."
Oh, listen, all of a sudden the Trojan fans saying, "Oh, it's Notre Dame SC. We're going to stand up and make some noise," and they do. Listen to them here. 3rd and 11. Leonard has the ball, throws it right. It is complete. Jalen Smith with a good tackle, short of a first down by 1.5 yards at the SC 42-yard line, and the Irish look like they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they will. So their second straight play. This first time they've had a fake punt. This time they're going to go straight for it. The Irish on 4th downs are very, very good. 16 out of 22.
Yeah, good coverage there by Jalen Smith, and Mitchell Evans just out-physical them right there, able to get the ball. Jeremiah Love in the backfield here, so I'm sure Notre Dame dialing up some kind of run with 4 as we've seen him be a really physical back this afternoon.
Trojans with a big 4th down stop of UCLA last week to help win the ball game. Can they get one here in the second quarter against Notre Dame in a 7-all tie? Riley Leonard rolling right, dumps, it's complete. First down inside the 40 to the 36, and almost getting away is Jordan Faisam to the 34-yard line. Finally pulled down, but boy, one more step he might have gone all the way. A little dump-off pass and a first down for the Irish at the 34, living dangerously here in the second quarter.
Just got to be a little bit more aware for Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith, terrific corner. He's done a great job all year, but right there, just got to watch that stick. You know that Notre Dame's just trying to pick up the first down right there. Gives him too much space, and he's able to pick that one up.
1st and 10, Notre Dame on the move now at the 34. How's their field goal kicker? He's got a long of 48 yards. Right now it'd be about a 51-yarder. Handoff and getting away. That's Love. 30, 25, 20, and pushed out of bounds by Kamari Ramsey inside the 20 at the 15-yard line. So Love back in there for the first time in a while. And the Irish on the move here, trying to reclaim the lead at the Coliseum halfway through the second quarter of a 7-all tie.
Yeah, Trojans do a good job of cramming it up inside, but right there, Love sets it up inside and then is able to bounce. We talked about it in the pregame, a terrific bounce-out runner right there, and Love gets the ball, bounces outside. No Trojans home right there. Easy first down.
The way they've been running the ball, I don't know that I'd throw it all that often if I was Notre Dame. Their offensive coordinator is Mike Denbrock in his 11th year and his 3rd stint at Notre Dame. He was at LSU last year. Riley Leonard clapping his hands together, gets the ball, throws right. That is bobbled, but dropped at the last moment at the 10-yard line, looking for Bo Collins. Collins grew up a big SC fan in those great years when you were playing. And the Pete Carroll years, he went to St. John Bosco, went to Clemson, and now ends up here at Notre Dame for his final year of college football.
Yeah, just trying to run a little pick play on the outside right there. Trojans do a good job of staying home. Collins can't pull that one in. Now sets up 2nd and 10.
Trojans need a big play defensively. Over to the right side, Greathouse with Greedy Vance on him, giving him quite the pad on 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line. Love lined up on the right side and moves to the left, and the tight end, Cooper Flanagan, lined up on the left side, moves over to the right. Running that way and into the line and dragged down from behind by Cameron Fountain is Jeremiah Love. A short gain of 3 yards to the 12, and it's 3rd down. What you want to do is keep them back here and make them kick the field goal, not give them a chance to go for it on 4th. They had a fake punt on a 4th. They went for it on 4th and got it. And now they've got a 3rd and fairly long, 3rd and 7 at the SC 12-yard line. 7-7 tie, just over 6 minutes to play in the first half. Irish will have the ball to start the second half. Riley Leonard, the quarterback, with Mitchell Evans strong on the right side. Quads on the right. Leonard waddles into the line, gets down to about the 8, where it'll be 4th and 3. Well, that might be a little too much to bite off for Notre Dame, and they're going to jog in some very large men, and the place-kicking holder, Salerno, who threw the pass that was complete on the fake punt, and bring in the place kicker, Mitch Jeter. Now, he's 6 for 11 this year, so we know what that's all about. He's missed from 36, made from 48. This, a 27-yarder straight up in the middle of the field to give the Irish a 3-point lead. Lines are set for this field goal try. The snap is down. The kick is up, but he missed it wide to the right. The Trojans have held. And what that's going to do, Shaun, is start to give this crowd and this football team a little more interest in this ball game. They are going to start to believe in themselves.
Yeah, the momentum, old momentum. We've been on the other end of it this year, Pete. On the other side of momentum, when the other stadium gets a rocking, Trojans have taken it. But right here, you can feel it building in here. It took a fake punt, it took a 4th down goal, and a missed field goal here. But the Trojans held up, and now it's still 7-7. Trojans with an opportunity here to take a lead as this crowd starts to get into the game.
Things getting interestinger and interestinger. 5:13 to go in the first half. Timeout. SC 7, Notre Dame 7. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC! Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 with the tax benefits of a retirement account. That's right, invest in crypto with the tax advantages of an IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit iTrustCapital.com/USC to start investing today. The official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
USC Football and Children's Hospital Los Angeles continue to support the pediatric needs of our community. For over 120 years, CHLA has been at the forefront of providing exceptional medical care for children across California. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as the #1 children's hospital in California, CHLA has consistently ranked among the top national hospitals and has been on the honor roll of best children's hospitals since its inception. Whether it's routine care or life-saving treatment, families trust CHLA for its world-class pediatric care. To learn more, visit chla.org today.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
Trojans turn a short field into a touchdown of a yard for Mayava to tie the game. The Irish go all the way down using a fake punt and a 4th and 1 to go for it and get down to the 12-yard line, but turned away as they miss a field goal, and we're still tied at 7 with 5:13 to go in the half. Ocean views, magical sunsets, a luxury resort like no other. Discover Terranea, located along the stunning Palos Verdes Peninsula in Southern California. Book your getaway to Terranea now at terranea.com. Do have some good news for you, Shaun, some good and some bad. In the Division II regional semifinals, 4th-seeded Slippery Rock defeated the #1 top seed Kutztown 25-24 and go to the regional final next week against California, Pennsylvania. The season lives.
We got to win by 1.
That's all. That's all that matters. First down, Trojans. After the missed field goal, they get it at the 20. And Joyner in there for the injured Woody Marks, who got shaken up earlier in this ball game, and he's done very well. The fake to Joyner, rushed from behind and sacked back at the 15-yard line is Mayava as he gets brought down by Gabe Rubio, his first sack of the season. The Irish, 29 sacks, now 30. They're plus 17 on the season in sacks.
Yeah, just a good job of, by Notre Dame's defensive front there, getting home eventually. It looked like Jaden Mayava had some time. He was trying to set up the home run. Didn't like what he saw right there. Was just going to try to escape right there, and Rubio was able to knock him out in that pocket before he's able to get going.
Not tremendously fleet of foot when he's trying to escape. We've seen it a couple of times in the last few weeks. First sack of the game for the Irish. Mayava looks left, then goes right. Finds Hudson, who drops the ball. Had it in his hands for a moment, came down, and as he was on his way down, had it knocked away from him. Would have been a gain out to about the 24, giving the Trojans a 3rd and 6. Instead, it's a 3rd and 15, and let's go down to Jordan on the field.
Yeah, Woody Marks is out of the medical tent, but he is without his helmet, just watching the game. So the way these things go, I would guess that it is Quentin Joyner's game and that he is done. And now we see Jackson come in as the backup. So it's going to be a big chance here for the freshman running back.
Mayava now 6 of 10 for 38 yards. 3rd and 15. Big ask here for Mayava. He's got Ford to this way and 2 receivers the other. Set up a screen, though, to Zachariah Branch. 20, 25. Ooh, he got popped at the 25-yard line and turned and spun around at that point. Nice hit there by Preston Zinter, the backup middle linebacker. It'll bring up 4th down, and the Trojans will have to punt it away.
Yeah, 3rd down. You're only going to get about 30-15. You're only thinking screen and draw right there. Notre Dame gives up a little bit to Zachariah, but he's not able to pop it. Fortunately, Trojans can't take advantage of a missed field goal here as they got to get their big weapon, Eddie Chaputski, out there on the field to make another big punt, hopefully, for the Trojans.
However, you do have open field for Notre Dame, so let's see Chaputski unload one here. You've got the return man backing up and backing up and backing up at the 20, and he bounces it at the 10, and it rolls down to the 5 and into the end zone. The line of scrimmage was at the 26-yard line, so a 74-yard punt, which would be his best if it holds up, but there's a penalty marker.
Yeah, looks like it's on the Trojans, too.
Illegal shift. Offense, number 14 and 6, never reset. 5-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
Right. So do it again.
It's going to give him a chance to get it inside the 20 again. Oh, I'm sure Eddie's wants it.
If they had had that penalty earlier, that ball would have rolled dead at the 1.
Yeah, that would have been perfect. I mean, that was almost perfect as it was.
Top-seeded USC women's soccer team season is over. They lost yesterday in the playoffs to second-seed Wake Forest. It was a 2-2 tie, but Wake Forest wins it in penalty kicks to advance to the Final Four. men's water polo team winning the MPSF championship advances to the NCAA regionals or NCAA tournament at Stanford next week. We'll play Cal Baptist in the first round. This kick will be fielded at the 29 and returnable for a couple of yards out to the 35. A nice 6-yard return. And that's where the Irish will start. A 52-yard. Oh, it was only 52 this time instead of 74.
Yeah, but with much better field position as they're going to get it on the 35 as opposed to the 20. So a 15-yard penalty there for the Trojans.
Time out of the field. 3:26 remaining in the half. Irish have it now. They get it at the beginning of the second half. So the Trojans badly need a defensive stop once again here in a 7-7 tie. USC and Notre Dame back after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
We are Life Law, where we make injury law simple. We have 2 simple goals for all of our clients: full medical recovery and ultimately full monetary compensation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to face the uncertainty in the wake of an accident. We will be there with you at each step in the legal and healthcare process. You will pay nothing unless we win your case. Dial 1-800-LYFE-LAW or check us out at lyfe.com. Life Law, official sponsors of USC Athletics.
It's football season, which means it's tailgating season. And the place to be before every USC home game is the Modelo Ultimate Tailgate. Located in the USC Trojan Fan Fest on the grass infield directly east of the Coliseum. The Modelo Ultimate Tailgate opens 4 hours before kickoff. It's free to fans of all ages, and it's perfect for all your pregame rituals. Like checking out the earlier games, jamming to the DJ, grabbing a bite, and of course kicking back with some ice-cold cervezas. Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. Fight on!
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 70 nonstop flights to more than 20 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting here is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
Hey, it's Ireland. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it Monday on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on 710 ESPN.
The Irish miss a field goal, but the Trojans can't do anything with it, have to punt it. And the Irish will start off from their own 35-yard line with about 3.5 to go in the half and a 7-7 tie. This is a tough part of the ball game right here for the Trojans because Notre Dame will get the ball twice in a row unless something good happens from a USC perspective. They'll get it. Notre Dame will to start the second half. Let's go down to Jordan Moore on the field.
Notre Dame comes into this game ranked number 5 in the college football playoff poll. But remember, they made a kind of a deal with the devil. They cannot move up to a top 4 spot and get a bye because they don't align with a conference. So they have the benefit of never having to play in a conference championship game. But even though Ohio State lost today, Notre Dame still cannot move into one of those bye spots.
Hand off to Love, squirts off the right side and gets a couple. I think it's a terrible decision by the NCAA to not allow them to have a first-round bye. What if Notre Dame had the best team in the country right now, number 1 ranked team in the country? Now, I understand. I don't like Notre Dame any more than anybody else around here does. But that would be disingenuous of the NCAA not to give them the number 1 seed if they were the best team in the country and undefeated. If they hadn't lost to Northern Illinois, they'd probably be number 2 in the country right now, and they're going to get the number 5 seed? That just doesn't make any sense. Gain of 2, maybe 2.5. Second down and long for the Irish. Back in their own end, but not that far at the 37.5-yard line. Riley Leonard will pass again. He's 10 for 12. Now he's 11 for 13. It's complete. The backup tight end, Eli Raridon. They've gone to the tight end 7 times so far today. He'll get slung out of bounds after a gain to the 42, bringing up a 3rd and 3. Well, if you could stop him here, this would be a huge play for the Trojan defense if you could get it done. And remember, the Irish went for it on a fake punt last time they were down at this particular place. Last time they had the ball, and it worked great. 3rd about 2. Raridon in motion. The play's going to go that way. It goes up the middle instead, and Love gets stumped at the 44, 4th and 1. If you're Notre Dame, you do not want to give the Trojans the ball here with 2 minutes remaining in the half, and that's where we stand as we're going to hit the 2-minute stoppage.
Just a great job right there on the interior right there. Kobe Pepe, Easton Mascarenas, Arnold, everybody just getting in that huddle and stopping them on 4th and short. Obviously going to be a call by Coach Freeman here if they want to go for it or not, but Trojans doing a good job on 3rd and short to make it 4th down.
Knowing that you've seen USC stop UCLA on a 4th down last week and how the defense is playing so far, I don't know if you want to take this chance if you're the Irish, do you?
Well, you're able to pick them up on the first one, set on the first 4th down on the Trojans there. So I'm sure Coach Freeman's feeling good about it. You got Leonard and Love back there. Not a ton of ways you got to go here. I think Coach Freeman's going to go for this one.
All right, coming up at halftime, we've got our Southern California Audi Dealers halftime show. We'll talk to Lincoln Riley coming out of the locker room. We'll have scores of other games, highlights from this first half. We'll talk to John Jackson about adjustments that need to be made for either or both teams to come out and win this game in front of a good crowd here at the Coliseum. Back down to the field, our DirecTV sideline report. That's Jordan Moore's domain.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they don't go for it, guys. One, obviously, as you've detailed, Pete, their identity of physical power, football, and dominating the line of scrimmage. They're never going to concede a yard to you, but I think the fake punt really tipped the hand of Marcus Freeman today, that he wants his team to be fearless, to be aggressive, not to be the one playing with a lot to lose today. And truth be told, as we just detailed, because they can't really move up, I think they probably don't have a ton to lose today. I guess what they'd have to lose is probably a home game, right? I think if they don't win this game, they still get in the playoff, but they probably play the game on the road instead of at home. So this is maybe part of the new era of college football that we haven't talked about, which is the teams that are comfortably in. You know, they have some things to lose, but it's not like they're going to lose a playoff spot, I wouldn't think, at this point. I think 10-2 puts them comfortably in.
I do not agree with you.
I don't know.
They lost to Northern Illinois at home, and they're going to, if they were to lose this one, they'd lose to a 6-5 USC team. I don't think that gets you in.
You'd have to have a 3-loss team past them. So ultimately, if you think that a 3-loss team will get in over a 2-loss team, but it's only 3-loss teams when you get to 13 and back.
I just don't think. I think this is an elimination game for Notre Dame. They don't win this.
Jordan.
They don't win this thing. I don't think they go. SC men's basketball will open the Big Ten season this Wednesday at Galen Center at 7:30 against the Oregon Ducks. Women's team sweeping 2 games in Palm Springs this week. Seton Hall and St. Louis play Cal Baptist at home on Tuesday and then open at Oregon in Big Ten play next Saturday. 4th and 1. Got guys split all over the field. The Irish are going for it, and it'll be Riley Leonard up the middle. He gets to the line and then fumbled the ball and gets pushed back, and I think he's got the first down.
Yeah, one referee's at the line, the one's a little bit past it, so
I think he's got the first down. The ball is right on the 45-yard line, and I think the yard marker is on the 45-yard line as well. Are we bringing in the sticks?
I think he got it.
Yeah, they're going to say first down. 1st and 10, Notre Dame. They're great at 4th down pickups. They've got 2 today, and now 18 of 24 on the season. Wait a minute now.
Yeah, the replay.
Trojans are taking time out just to save some clock and see if they'll take a look at it.
Further review.
Yeah, they're going to take another look. So Life Law helping to bring you today's review, as they have done all season long. 3 for 3 on 4th downs. Bertawada, our spotter statistician, letting me know that.
Yeah, my first replay on it looked like he definitely got to that 45.
I thought they gave him a lousy spot. I thought he was
he kind of jumped into it, and then the Trojans were able to pull him back, so the fans thought maybe he got pulled back and he was short of it, but his initial jump and surge looked like he crossed that 45.
Official review brought to you by Life Law, injury law made simple. A Spanish language broadcast again today in USC football. It's Harry Ruiz and Alex Naveja bringing our Trojans to you in Spanish. Available on the USC Trojans Game Day app and on the ESPN LA app. And you lucky few, are watching us on the Audi Radio Booth Cam, brought to you by your local Southern California Audi dealers. Pause for a selfie. Okay.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
We didn't think that was very close. Trojan fans, fuel your wellness journey with Cookies, the proud CBD and wellness partner of USC Athletics. Discover products crafted to support a balanced lifestyle. Elevate your game day experience with Cookies today. Fight on. First down, Irish at the 45. Their kicker with a 48-yard range, but has missed a shorty today so far. Clock at 1:51. Both teams have all of their allotted times out remaining. And a 1st and 10 at the 45. Riley Leonard will hand off. Jeremiah Love slanting left side, gets to the 50. He does drive those legs well, doesn't he? And he gets to the Trojan 47-yard line. Has a few words for Easton Mascarenas Arnold, wearing his number counterpart on the Cardinal and Gold team with number 4. A gain of 8, 2nd down and 2. Trojans need to stiffen up right here. Don't want to give up the lead going into the locker room, knowing also that Notre Dame has the ball coming out of the locker room. Riley Leonard fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Hit as he throws over the middle. Incomplete. Overthrown. Mason Cobb was in the neighborhood. We were waiting to see if a flag was going to get thrown for hitting him too late, but there is a flag. He threw the ball just as he was being hit. There's no possibility that the SC defensive player could hold up. He's already in the way, already touching him.
There's a flag from the sideline official. I think it might be maybe line up in the neutral zone, but Marcus Freeman was definitely in that official's ear down there as the play started.
They're moving the ball.
Personal foul. Tripping. Defense number 34. 15-yard penalty.
Ooh,
first down.
That's a big one. I don't know of any tripping calls lately.
What? I gotta see a replay here. I never heard of a defensive end tripping unless he was on the
get
running
beat,
back.
lies on the ground, and then just tries to whip somebody. We haven't seen it yet.
I have to see a replay of that. I've never heard of such a thing on a defensive end who wasn't in the play really.
Love, 9 carries, 71 yards. Now Notre Dame knocking on the door a little bit. Got it at the Trojan 32-yard line.
Whoa.
Leonard will give it to Love. Oh, there's a hold on the edge, and they let it get away. Love with a hurdle and punish a couple of Trojans inside the 10 and down to the 9, but I think he's out of bounds at the 12. Oh, boy, was there a hold on the edge as Love went by, and they just let him get away with it. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, this is an amazing run by Love, and he makes a beautiful hurdle. But the play before, Braylon Shelby didn't do anything on that play. So maybe they called the wrong player.
Could be the wrong name, the wrong number.
Yeah, but
Love got up in the air, too, on that, didn't he?
Love is showing why he's one of the better players in the nation this year. He's done it all year long. He got up. He's been out physically in the Trojan defenders and right there outmaneuvering them with a beautiful hurdle.
First down at the 12-yard line for Notre Dame. And whistles and timeout taken by the Irish. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
Hey, it's Mace, and this is USC football back where it belongs on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles, a good Karma Brands radio station. Fight on!
Kobe Pepe was getting manhandled on the edge just when Love went by him, and the refs chose to ignore it. Bad no call there. 21st ranked women's volleyball closed the regular season with wins over Washington and Iowa. And wait, the NCAA playoff pairings coming out next. As I mentioned, the Southern California Audi dealers halftime show. We'll check scores of games that are going on right now and recap all kinds of goodies for you. As the halftime now, 1:03 away. Notre Dame could stop the clock 2 more times. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 12. Last time they got down here, the Trojans forced a field goal try that was unsuccessful. And that defensive stop for USC, brought to you by Smart Stop Self Storage, a smarter way to score and store. 1st and 10, both sets of fans roaring here. The sun shining brightly on the players on the field. And 1st and 10 at the SC-12 going towards the closed end of the Coliseum here in the second quarter, a 7-7 tie. Riley Leonard throws, end zone, touchdown. That is caught by backup tight end Eli Rarid on his 2nd touchdown catch this season, and the Irish forge a big lead, a 12-yard touchdown pass leaving the Trojans just under a minute to respond. But remember, Notre Dame's going to have the ball to start the second half too, so incumbent upon the Trojans to respond indeed, or face a situation where they better stop Notre Dame to begin the second half, or they'll find themselves down 21-7.
Yeah, it just blows by Mason Cobb right there. When you set up the run like that, Mason Cobb's definitely looking for the run in that kind of position right there. And Notre Dame with a nice play call as they set that run up. Mason Cobb's thinking run, and the tight end runs right by him.
Extra point try by Jeter. Up and good. And with 59 seconds left in the half, the Irish back in front 14-7, and the Irish cheerleaders carrying their flags through the SC end zone down to our right. Used to be at this game, they would give Notre Dame all of the seats kind of from the 30-yard line and into the end zone to our left. And now they're kind of spread out all over the Coliseum. So the Trojans, 59 seconds left. They do have all of their times out remaining.
It's like a fungus spread across the Coliseum.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everywhere. Both teams are well represented, certainly. But little pockets of green here and there, especially way up top. Clouds over the Coliseum, a little bit of sunshine as well. The press box casting shadows across the Notre Dame sideline down behind us and below us. 7 plays, 65 yards in 2:27. And the pass to Eli Raridon, another guy that you don't expect to do much in a game like this. You haven't heard much from him. He's only caught 6 passes all year coming in. He's got 3 today already. And it gives the Irish a 14-7 lead.
And that's the kind of passes right there. Riley Leonard, is used to throwing right there. Nothing spectacular, but you set that run up, linebacker bites, and you got a free tight end running the end zone.
Kickoff short, fielded at the 7 by Makai Lemon. And he gets out this time to the 22. The Trojans have started after Makai Lemon kickoff returns from the 14, the 24, and the 22.
Got some work to do here. 3 timeouts, 55 seconds. Don't want to make a critical mistake if you're Jaden Maiava. We saw one. He put one in harm's way already. Got to be smart with the ball here. Try to get down, push it downfield, but don't want to give anything to Notre Dame right now.
The only Trojan touchdown came on a short field after a Notre Dame interception thrown by Riley Leonard. Bounced up in the air, and the Trojans were able to pick it off. Maiava, empty backfield, 1st and 10 from the 22. Flings left side at the sideline. Zachariah Branch with a catch, and out of bounds he goes. That's 29, gain of 7, 2nd and 3. 49 seconds left. Is the best you can hope for here a field goal probably? I mean, you're way back. You do have all your times out, but 49 seconds isn't very much to work with.
Notre Dame's going to have 2 high safeties. It's going to be hard to get over the top on anybody here.
And Watts, a guy you really don't want to throw it to. 1,000 career interceptions, 11 to be sure. 2 against SC a year ago in South Bend. Maiava winds and throws this way, looking for Branch. Over the shoulder catch at the Notre Dame 40-yard line, and then he drops it. The Irish are claiming it's incomplete, and the referees are agreeing. And maybe a good, I don't know. Did he catch it, come down, and hit the ground?
Yeah, didn't complete the catch here. He catches it up top and he lands on the ball, so that's when it bounces free right there.
As soon as he hits the ground, isn't it a dead ball?
No, he's got to complete the catch there.
Catch. Down he goes face first, and then the ball rolls free. The Irish would have recovered a fumble, but it's ruled incomplete. 3rd and 3. 43 seconds left in the half. Quentin Joyner defending. Throw complete to Lemon. Out across the 35 for a first down to the 37. Stop the clock for a moment to move the chains. Will the Trojans use one of their timeouts? They will. 7 first downs for SC, 12 for the Irish. And the 30-second timeout taken by the Trojans, leaving them with 2. No Notre Dame opponent has scored over 23 points this year, and no Notre Dame opponent has passed for more than 125 yards this year. So far today, the Trojans have passed for 85. So they're looking to be the first to do that. That would be small consolation, certainly, if you don't win the game.
Had a chance for a nice pickup with Zachariah Branch. That would have been a nice chunk, but unfortunately he was able to finish that one off.
Yeah, if you got it at the 40, you got to hope. you kind of have hope there with 38 seconds left.
Well, I had mentioned that I thought Notre Dame would just be in those two high safety look, and they rotated over, and they only had one deep safety. That's when Jaden Maiava's going to take a shot here. Zachariah Branch took off on that fly route there and try to take a shot.
Coming up on the half, 6th-ranked Miami leading at Syracuse 21-14. 13th-ranked Alabama out in front of Auburn 7-3 and driving late in the first half of their game, the Iron Bowl. 3rd and 3. They'll check that 1st and 10 for the Trojans after the timeout at the 38. The rush is on. Maiava throws a sideline pass. Lemon catches it running backwards at the Notre Dame 30. And are they going to give it to him? Everybody on the Trojan side saying it's a catch. Everybody moving up the field as if it were a catch. And it is a catch. First down USC at the Notre Dame 27-yard line with 32 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah. Kai Lemon had a step on him, too. If Jaden Maiava, catches him in stride right there, he would have trotted into the end zone, but goes a little bit towards the sideline there, and that's why Makai Lemon has to adjust his body and just pull that one in and get his toes down.
Just a sophomore from Los Alamitos, Makai Lemon has been a big part of this SC team in 2024. 1st and 10 at the Irish 27. Back to pass again. Maiava winds and throws. They're holding Jacoby Lane at the 5-yard line. That'll be a pass interference call as the flags come flying for every direction. The old days, that would be 1st down and goal at the 5. These days, half the distance from the 28 will move it to the 14, should it not? First penalty against the Irish.
Defense, number 29. 15-yard penalty. First down.
That's a touchdown-saving pass interference call. If they don't interfere him there, he catches that and he's in the end zone.
And Jacoby did a good job of selling it, too. He's fighting with his arms, but he does a good job at just throwing his arms, just stopping on the route and say, hey, ref, I can't do anything. And he sells it, and the ref has to throw a flag there. So good job by Jacoby Lane.
So the 35-yard pass to Makai Lemon sets up the Trojans, and the 15-yard interception or pass interference gives the Trojans a 1st down and 10 at the Irish 12-yard line.
Plenty of time here.
27 seconds left. The Trojans can stop it twice with times out. Maiava doesn't like what he sees. Changing the line, a play at the line with hand signals. Play clock coming close to 5 now. Joyner lined up on the right, moves over to the left. Maiava with the ball, fires a strike to Jacoby Lane, and he's in the end zone for the Trojan touchdown. And they've come all the way back at the end of the half, and they're going to tie it up. With just seconds remaining in the half, the Trojans get a score that they desperately needed.
What a drive by the Trojans. 30 seconds right there, I believe. They started the ball with 55 seconds and only 24 seconds left. So a 30-second drive all the way down the field. Jaden Maiava getting it done with his arms. One big one to Makai Lemon and another huge one to Jacoby Lane, plus a pass interference, and the Trojans score quick.
It took 25 seconds. They got the ball back with 59 seconds left, I do believe. The extra point to tie the game is up, and it's good. And would you believe, with 24 seconds remaining in the half, it's SC 14 and Notre Dame 14. The Trojans have tied it up. Well, you say it this time. Go ahead.
That was all done by Jaden Maiava right there, Pete.
I was just going to say, how do you do? I mean, my goodness.
I'm not going to steal your line.
No, I don't mind. It's not mine. It started with Red Barber.
We're waiting to see Jaden Maiava's maybe his come to life party here. Obviously, a good one versus Nebraska, where he was able to get some plays there and some fortunate bounces. But right there, that drive was all Jaden Maiava as the Trojans dropped back to pass on multiple occasions, and Jaden Maiava was able to deliver down the field in a hurry to score one against this vaulted Notre Dame defense.
The Irish touchdown came with 59 seconds left, and the Trojan touchdown comes with 24 seconds left. And now SC will kick off. You just never know what you're going to get when you come to the old ball yard, do you?
Especially in a rivalry game.
That's for sure. Jaden Harrison, deep for the Irish. He is a thick-bodied kid wearing green gloves and green shoes. Looks up, watches it go over his head into the end zone, and the Irish will start at the 25. Well, the way Riley Leonard has been playing and Jeremiah Love's been running, you can't count the Irish out with 24 seconds to go.
Yeah, just can't give up an explosive play on the run. Obviously, you're going to have all eyeballs on Love and Leonard as this one comes out, because you can't give. Their explosion plays come on the ground game, as we saw Love made the huge play on the hurdle last drive. So got to be cognizant of where those guys are at.
Danton Lynn's defense got to come up here and finish this half off the right way. By the way, he was named a semifinalist for the Frank Broyles Award.
Deservedly so, 2 years in a row.
Assistant Coach of the Year. Handoff, Love into the line. Gets about 4, maybe 5, even 6. He's still going. They're going to give him all the way out to the 33. That's a guy that they run those churn your legs drills in practice, and he's probably pretty good at that. That'll be it. The half, and the crowd here at the Coliseum, the Trojan fans, rise and cheer. This is not Notre Dame fans cheering. This is USC fans cheering as their Chargers run off the field in the rivalry game between SC and Notre Dame. And we've got a half to figure this out, if not more, like 8 overtimes like we saw yesterday with Georgia Tech. Our producer-director, Gialara, says, no, thank you very much, but you'd take it, wouldn't you? Yes, she would. Halftime score. SC 14, Notre Dame 14. And this is the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
When you're hiring, ZipRecruiter's technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. What if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
With next-level tech and safety features, Hyundai Cars and SUVs give you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Advantages include our available class-exclusive digital key and available remote smart parking assist. And because we want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, you'll also get complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles and 10 years of America's best warranty. In a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
This is the Audi Halftime Show.
Caught the end zone. It's a touchdown, USC.
A full breakdown of the first half of Trojan football with stats and highlights. Plus a look at what the Trojans have to do to fight on to victory. Brought to you by
Audi. The Southern California Audi dealers are proud sponsors of the USC Trojans.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football.
And by Athletic Brewing. No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Company.
Now here's Pete Arbogast and Shaun Cody.
Well. 14-14 tie, SC and Notre Dame at halftime at the Coliseum. And the stats bear that out. Notre Dame ran 7 more plays than SC and had a few more yards, 218 to 188. But yards per play, 6.7 for the Trojans, 6.2 for the Irish. First downs, 12-10 Notre Dame. Rushing yards, 104-56 Notre Dame. Passing yards, 132-114 SC. And the 132 is the first time this year that Notre Dame has allowed more than 125 passing yards in a game. Now remember, they haven't given up more than 23 points in a game this year, and the Trojans already have 14. Individually, Riley Leonard, 13 of 15, has been really good. 91 yards. His longest is 20. His passing game is short for sure, and 1 touchdown for the day. Their backup Holder threw a pass for 23 yards on a 4th down fake punt. Evans, the tight end, with 4 catches. Their other tight end, Raridon, with 2 catches and the only touchdown of the game. And rushing yardage for Notre Dame, Jeremiah Love, 10 carries for 79, 7.9 per. He looks really good, and 1 touchdown. But the Trojan defense has played pretty well here in the first half. Jaden Mayava, 11 of 16. Woke up there at the end of the half for sure, 132 yards. 1 touchdown. He was sacked just 1 time. Mekhi Lemon has caught 4. Zachariah Branch has caught 4. The touchdown, the 12-yarder for Jacoby Lane to tie the game up with 24 seconds left in the second quarter. Woody Marks, 6 carries for 33, but got dinged in the first quarter, replaced by Quentin Joyner, who came in and ran the ball 3 times for 21 yards and caught a pass for 13. So Joyner has been an unsung type hero for USC here today. Time now to take a listen to our biggest moment of the first 2 quarters.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Now, It's time to take a listen to the best play of the first half.
Powered by Ontario International Airport.
A proud partner of the USC Trojans.
Fight on and fly on with ONT.
Mayava with the ball, fires a strike to Jacoby Lane, and he's in the end zone for the Trojan touchdown, and they've come all the way back at the end of the half, and they're going to tie it up with just seconds remaining in the half. The Trojans get a score that they desperately needed. An outstanding drive at the end of the half with under a minute to play. Let's talk about halftime adjustments, which are presented by the Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the USC Trojans. John Jackson joins me on the Southern California Audi Dealers halftime show. I thought until the last drive there that Notre Dame was the better offensive team. They moved the ball on the ground pretty well. That Jeremiah Love was good. Riley Leonard called his own number enough times to make him difficult to attack. The Trojans' defense, though, was not bad. They only gave up 14 points. How do they come away with a win at the end of this thing?
Well, yeah, Peter, as I was talking right before the half with 5 minutes to go and Notre Dame got the ball, I said this is the most important drive of the game because whoever is successful, the USC defense or the Notre Dame offense, will have momentum going into the second half. And now you're able to get into halftime, get with your teammates, and and talk about the first half and what adjustments need to be made. That was critical for them to stop Notre Dame in the last drive, and even better yet for the Trojan fans, for USC to put the ball in the end zone to tie this game up.
Mayava looked good on that last drive. He's looked okay the rest of the game most of the time against a tough Notre Dame defense that we know about. It's been kind of an even football game now. Notre Dame is one of the top teams in the country, 10-1. They know they've got a spot in the playoffs sewed up if they could beat SC over the next 30 minutes. Can they is the problem. They come to L.A. a bunch of times and spit the bit against teams that USC has that aren't very good sometimes. Not very good by that I mean SC comes in 6-5. That's not a very good record, even though they had a bunch of close games. Notre Dame's 10-1, SC 6-5. Notre Dame should win this game. Everybody thinks so.
Everybody thinks so. That's the odds makers, Pete. So don't get caught betting your money, Pete. USC has control going into half. The momentum is going into half. Right now, in that locker room, the players are hyped. They're ready to come out in the second half, and they're ready to put on what I think will be their best half of the year.
So we talked about keys to the game before the game amongst the three of us. What is your key to the game for SC in the second half?
Well, the third and longs are critical. You cannot allow Notre Dame to convert on third and long. The Trojans' defense has to get off the field, let the offense get on the field. I credit Lincoln Riley for his play calling in the first half. I told you that was going to be a key, and he was spectacular. You notice at the start of the game, he came out with all run plays. That was to set the tone for his team that we're in to Notre Dame. They're going to come out and play physical football, and they did that. They had good rushing yards in the first half, and I think it was a good first half for the Trojans all the way around. And in the second half, they have the momentum now, Pete. They just finish it off.
Notre Dame's not used to being in close games. They're not used to being behind in the second half. They have outscored their opponents in the third quarter 103-21. So talk about making adjustments. Notre Dame makes adjustments in the locker room. 103-21 is no joke in the third quarter.
Yeah, but right now as a player in the locker room, Pete, you recognize that you are going to be a part of history. You got the second half. Whoever helps to win this game or plays a key role in winning this game, you're in USC history for the rest of your life.
We'll find out. We'll talk to you on the post-game show and hope it's a happy one indeed. We'll be back as the Southern California Audi Dealers halftime show will continue after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
Invesco QQQ is the official ETF partner of the USC Trojans. The future isn't scary. Not realizing its potential, however, could be. In the game of football, the goal is to have a winning team that strives for excellence on the field. By focusing on growth and potential, you can build a lineup full of talented players. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC! Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 with the tax benefits of a retirement account. That's right, invest in crypto with the tax advantages of an IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. The official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 70 nonstop flights to more than 20 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting here is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
The Women of Troy Report is brought to you by Sprouts Farmers Market. Open 7 days a week. Visit your neighborhood Sprouts for good-for-you groceries and great prices on the freshest produce.
I'm Keely York, and this is the Women of Troy Report. Today we're speaking with Maggie Johnson of USC Women's Water Polo. So Maggie, your team is gearing up for the regular season. What's prep been like so far in this off-season period?
Yeah, I think we've had a really great off-season. We have a lot of new players and some transfers and some freshmen who are going to do a lot of really good stuff for us. So it's just been about incorporating everyone together, and I think we're doing a really good job of that.
What goes into fostering that team chemistry piece of sports?
There's the piece in the water, but I think so much of it is the team culture and the team dynamics outside of the water. So that's been a real highlight of it for us this season, is trying to work on those bonds outside of the water.
For you as a junior, how would you describe your role on this team?
As a junior, I've been kind of given a role to help lead this group. And we have so many different types of leaders on this team. So I think leading by example is where I try to lead. But we have just so many different important voices on this team, and so many different players that can just add so much.
The team went 18-9 last season. What are your goals heading into this season?
I think the goal for USC Women's Water Polo is always to win a natty. And we know that kind of starts with just the daily preparation. So that is the end goal.
You're majoring in biomedical engineering, which sounds like a lot of work. And you're also a student athlete. How do you balance both?
It's a lot sometimes, but I think USC, that's one of the reasons why I came here, was I knew I could study what I wanted to study while also competing for national championships. So I think USC offers so many resources in preparing student athletes. It can be a lot sometimes, but I think I have so much support around me that it makes it pretty easy.
Also a legacy. I believe your father also went to USC. What's that like, kind of carrying the torch as a Trojan?
Oh, it's super cool. I grew up coming to USC football games and just like being a huge supporter. So I think it's pretty cool for him when he comes back. And my parents are my biggest supporters, so I think it's cool when they come to the games.
On the whole, if you wanted USC fans to know something about USC women's water polo, what would you want them to know?
We're going to surprise a lot of people this year. And I think that starts with our team culture. We're doing so much work to strengthen that right now. And so I think that's going to be a real strength for us moving forward. And I'm super proud to be a part of this program.
You just heard from Maggie Johnson of USC Women's Water Polo. Stay tuned for more action here on the USC Trojans Media Network.
USC Football and Children's Hospital Los Angeles continue to support the pediatric needs of our community. For over 120 years, CHLA has been at the forefront of providing exceptional medical care for children across California. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as the #1 children's hospital in California, CHLA has consistently ranked among the top national hospitals and has been on the honor roll of best children's hospitals since its inception. Whether it's routine care or life-saving treatment, families trust CHLA for its world-class pediatric care. To learn more, visit chla.org today. It's almost time for kickoff, and the only thing missing in your game day plans is a refreshing drink. With 15% alcohol by volume and a colorful collection of fun flavors, Buzz Balls are the perfect ready-to-drink cocktail for every moment of the game. Try the rich Choco Chiller, zesty lime Rita, spicy chili mango, or discover your new favorite flavor. Cheer for your team with a cocktail you can count on to taste like a winner every time in just a matter of seconds. Find your go-to play and buy Buzz Balls today. Buzz Balls, a proud partner of USC Athletics. Please enjoy Buzz Balls responsibly. Buzz Balls, Carrollton, Texas.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
If you're looking for the perfect holiday gift, Lazy Dog Restaurants has awesome holiday offers you don't want to miss. Buy a $30 gift card and get a limited edition coffee mug while supplies last. Plus, for every $50 in gift cards you purchase, you'll receive a $10 bonus promo card to treat yourself in the new year. Stop by today and complete your holiday shopping list with a Lazy Dog gift card. LazyDogRestaurants.com. This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Audi Halftime Report. Jason Schwartz with you from our ESPN LA studios over at LA Live down the road from the Coliseum. Over at the Coliseum at halftime, USC at Notre Dame tied 14-14. Jaden Mayava, 11 of 16, 132 yards. He's got one touchdown on the ground, one in the air, and the one in the air was to Jacoby Lane in the final minute of the first half to tie up the game. So it's a good one. Trojans trying to upset the number 5 team in the country. In just a moment, we're going to go back out to the Coliseum. We'll talk to Jordan Moore. He's on the sidelines waiting for head coach Lincoln Riley to come out of the locker room. I also want to remind you to stay tuned after the game today. Sua Cravens joins me here in our ESPN LA studios for Trojans wrap-up. We'll be taking your calls. All right, before we go out to Jordan Moore, let's get you some scores from around college football here as we start in the Big Ten. Number 4 Penn State at halftime leading Maryland 31-7. Rutgers leads Michigan State 23-7. UCLA at home trailing Fresno State at the half 10-6. 4 o'clock kickoff, number 10 Indiana hosting Purdue. 4:30 kickoff, number 1 Oregon hosting Washington. Some finals, the big one from Columbus. Michigan goes in and upsets number 2 Ohio State 13-10 in the big game. Number 23 Illinois beat Northwestern 38-28. 2 games yesterday, Minnesota 24, Wisconsin 7, and Iowa beat Nebraska 13-10. Some other notable scores for you if you missed it yesterday. 8 overtimes. Georgia beat Georgia Tech 44-42. Right now in the third, Miami, number 6 team in the country, they lead Syracuse 21-14. Number 9 SMU leads Cal 21-0. Alabama up on Auburn 14-6. And Arizona State up on Arizona at the half 35-0. All right, let's go out to the Coliseum. Jordan Moore on the sidelines waiting for head coach Lincoln Riley to come out of the locker room. And Jordan, I don't know what it looked like down on the field there, but I got to say, watching it from over here in the studio, I thought that drive by SC to tie the game there at the end of the first half, that might have been the best offensive drive this season. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was certainly the most impressive Jaden Mayava drive that I have seen so far. You know, I thought he was just really aggressive and dropped some dimes on that drive, and I think they needed it. You know, the guys were sort of bending it back and forth at the start of that drive. Oh, be careful, don't turn it over, don't want to make the big mistake here, but Notre Dame's been very aggressive so far in this game. Trojans needed to match that aggression, and they were able to do so, and it really changed the math equation of this game, right? The story was going to be Notre Dame goes in with a lead plus having the ball to start the second half. Instead, they sort of negated that Notre Dame touchdown with one of their own, and now, you know, you basically have a brand new ball game to start the second half.
It seems like in that first half, Lincoln Riley and the Trojan offense are really trying to make a point to get the ball to Zachariah Branch. He seemed to be targeted more in the first half in this one than we've seen this season.
Yeah, I need more from Zach, to be honest, Jason. I just don't think he's making enough plays right now with all those touches. I thought he caught that ball on the run. They drew up a perfect play for him, and he didn't get a ton out of it on the first drive of the game, and then he had a chance to make a play there for his quarterback on the last drive and couldn't come down. Well, that was a tough catch, certainly there. But, if Zach's going to be the go-to guy, he needs to make some big-time plays here in the second half.
You think we're going to see Quentin Joyner kind of fill that Woody Marks role in the second half, or do you think we're going to see the Trojans go to the air a bit more?
Yeah, I think it'll be Joyner here in the second half, and then maybe a little bit of Jackson. I'm here behind the CBS broadcast. They're talking to Lincoln real quick, and I should have the head coach here in just a moment. Just a quick one for you, Coach. Great drive to end the half. What's your key to the second half?
We got to keep winning the turnover battle. It's a very physical ball game out there on both sides, and I think the side that wins that here in the second half will have a huge advantage.
All right, turnover keyed one of USC's two touchdown drives. They got the big one at the end of the half, and we are tied at 14. Notre Dame ball when we come back on the USC Trojans Football Network.
Here in California, we are all about chill. From hitting the beach or going on your favorite hike to going all out and pulling for our teams to win another championship. No one is more chill than us. The one thing, though, that ties us all together, enjoying all that California has to offer with great friends and a cold Coors Light. Pick up icy cold Coors Light today or even get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
There's no place like the road home. Anticipation in every mile with presents wrapped and bags packed. The joy of the journey and the glow of your destination in the headlights. There's no feeling like it. Pedal down, volume up. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Season of Audi sales event.
Trojan fans, you may not think of yourself as an athlete, but everyday life is full of athletic feats. You bend, you reach, you lift, you twist until back, neck, or shoulder pain hits, which brings you to a stop. But whether you're an athlete or not, the Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you on the active list. Visit thejoint.com today to get your first consultation, exam, and adjustment for just $29. The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the USC Trojans.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Matthew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Matthew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismatthew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Hey, it's Mace. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We are all over it Monday on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. Weekdays, noon to 3 on 710 ESPN. Fight on.
Well, teams back on the field, and the kickoff of the second half has just taken place. It'll go back for a touchback. You've been listening to the Audi Halftime Show, brought to you by Audi, your Southern California Audi dealers, proud sponsors of the USC Trojans, by Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football, and by Athletic Brewing, non-alcoholic craft beer for the first down to the fourth quarter. Great tasting, low calorie, and fit for all time. Start of the third quarter is brought to you by ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Right now, try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. DirecTV, proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Jewel Shillelagh rivalry. Stream college football's fiercest rivalries on DirecTV. Satellite free. First play of the second half, and it's a handoff, and that's Jeremiah Love, and a first down immediately of 10 yards straight over the middle. Nothing surprising there, as you got to get the figure that Notre Dame is just going to try to run it down your throat as much as they possibly can. 89 on 11 carries for Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, I just think Notre Dame didn't use Jeremiah Love enough in the first half. He was definitely the star on the offense.
Empty backfield, throw right side, poorly thrown. First poorly thrown ball, I think, of the day for Riley Leonard. He was looking for Mitchell, but couldn't find him on the right side. Threw it poorly behind him. Maybe ran the wrong pattern. 2nd and 10. Irish not huddling, back to the line of scrimmage, out of the pistol this time, with Love some 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Motion this way, the handoff to Love and a full gallop. Then he'll go over the middle for a quick 6 to the 41, bringing up a 3rd and 4 in the first big play of the second half in a tie ball game. 14-14 here at the Coliseum. Just the start of the third quarter. Big game day.
Yeah, got to be wary right here of Leonard with using his feet right here. He's done a much better job of using his legs. We've seen him throw some nice passes today, but I'm definitely more worried of his legs than his arm, Pete.
Trojans with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 men on the line of scrimmage. But a big hole right over the center. Leonard will roll right. Wants to throw, does at the last moment. That's complete to Mitchell, and he's got a first down to the Trojan 40-yard line. So one of those dipsy-do plays where you look like you're going to run, and the last minute when everybody kind of jumps towards you, you just toss it over the top.
Yeah, put Greedy Vance in a tough position right there. He's on his guy, and then Leonard goes to run a little bit, and he comes off him a little bit, and just when he comes off, that's when he takes advantage of you in the pass game.
Irish 3 of 7 on third downs, but pick them up at the opportune moments. Now 14 all tie. Notre Dame trying to take the lead. They have never trailed. 7-0 in the first quarter. Then 7-7, the Trojans tied it. Irish missed a field goal. SC tied it up at the end of the half after Notre Dame had taken a 14-7 lead. This is Love again, and Love churns forward inside the 40 to the 36. Gets 4. If they get 4 every play, they're going to score. Trojan fans, you're getting hungry. It's always a good idea to order with Postmates. They have some of the best restaurants in town, and the only delivery app that drops the delivery fee and service fee on all eligible orders over $50. Terms do apply, so see the app for details. Second and 6. Irish in their all whites, shiny gold helmets glistening in the Southern California sun. Game started at 80 degrees. New running back in there is Jadarian Price. He got a big hole right side. Gets away at the 20, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Notre Dame. Jadarian Price, 7th touchdown of the season, and the Irish, just like that, are back in front. With the extra point to follow, it should be 21-14. I mentioned to you earlier that all of the Irish running backs who generally play in a game average about 7 yards per run. He got a bunch more than that time.
Yeah, I think Notre Dame went into halftime saying we need to run the ball some more with definitely with Jeremiah Love, and then you get Jadarian Price right there. Love kind of pounded it, and then Jadarian just find the hole. One guy jumps out of his gap, looked like Kobe Pepe, didn't stay in that gap, and that one's right through the hole for a Notre Dame score.
Extra point try. Perfect on the season and perfect again today for Mitch Jeter. Timeout on the field. The Irish come out strong, as you might expect them to do, as they have blown out opponents in the third quarter of games this year, 110-21 now. With 12:38 remaining in the third quarter, the Irish back in front. Notre Dame 21, USC 14. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
USC Football and Children's Hospital Los Angeles continue to support the pediatric needs of our community. For over 120 years, CHLA has been at the forefront of providing exceptional medical care for children across California. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as the #1 children's hospital in California, CHLA has consistently ranked among the top national hospitals and has been on the honor roll of best children's hospitals since its inception. Whether it's routine care or life-saving treatment, families trust CHLA for its world-class pediatric care. To learn more, visit chla.org today.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Hey, Trojan fans, we've got some big news. USC Credit Union just got even bigger. Now everyone in LA and Orange counties can join the team. Here, you're not just another face in the crowd. You get better rates, bigger savings, and profits that go right back to you. This isn't just banking. It's not-for-profit banking, where you come first. With access to the largest shared banking network nationwide and on-the-go mobile banking, managing your money has never been easier. Ready to join something big? Open your account in minutes at usccreditunion.org. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it next week on the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover. Sedano and Cap, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN. Fight on!
Trojans and Irish. It's 21-14 Notre Dame as they score in 2 minutes and 22 seconds of the second half on a 36-yard run by Jadarian Price to make it 21-14. Trojans have beaten UCLA and Notre Dame in back-to-back weeks only 21 times. I back that up. They've only beaten UCLA and Notre Dame in the same season 21 times. Back-to-back 11 times, including 2 years ago here in 2022. You might remember in 2004 and 2008, played Notre Dame before playing UCLA, which was kind of unusual. And 8 times it's happened where the Trojans beat UCLA here at the Coliseum and Notre Dame in South Bend in October. They're playing for the stick. The Jules Shillelagh. Jimmy Gillis, Notre Dame graduate emeritus, putting that thing into play in 1989. They actually have a Jules Shillelagh for the Notre Dame. I think it's the Notre Dame Purdue game also.
A lot of Shillelaghs to go around, huh?
Yeah. All right. Trojans scored quickly at the end of the half. Let's see what they do here at the beginning of the second half. Now trailing again. 21-14. Makai Lemon trying to break free on one today. Cakes this one at the 7. And this time gets out to the 22 or 23. So the Trojans have not gotten out to the 25 on any kickoff returns so far today. But the way Lemon has returned kickoffs, now a little skirmish breaking out after the kickoff return between some guys who maybe don't play an awful lot. Just special teams guys.
I feel like Makai Lemon's always involved in a little after-play skirmish. He likes to talk a little smack there, old number 6.
UCLA leading Fresno State 13-10 in Pasadena with 11 to go in the third. Penn State, ranked 4th, will move up out in front of Maryland 31-7 at halftime. If Penn State wins that, they'll play Oregon in the Big Ten final, and Ohio State won't have to play that game. That might turn out to benefit Ohio State, as it turns out. First down for the Trojans at their own 22, and Maayava throws for McCree, and it's incomplete out near the 48. Little hand wrestling going on out there. They haven't been throwing at McCree all day long, have they? That's the first time? Yeah,
I think they're trying to catch Notre Dame off guard. Drake Bowen on the coverage right there. A play I loved, throwing fade routes to tight ends, but maybe catch Notre Dame off guard, and unfortunately they're ready for that one.
Drake Bowen, Drayk, Drake. 2nd and 10.
More of a Kendrick guy myself.
Ball at the 23, all right. Lemon comes in motion this way, leaving Deuce Robinson to the far side. The fake to Joyner, the throw to Robinson at the 50, and out of bounds he goes. Maybe in Notre Dame territory. Indeed he is. They'll say at the 47-yard line. Just a little lob pass there, and Robinson was alone, caught it in stride, and a first down for the Trojans, and here they come.
Great job by Jaden Maayava, realizing the blitz is coming. He knows he's got to get rid of it quick, and he goes exactly, attacks the blitz. The Deuce Robinson guy right there hits him right between the safety and the corner. Great job by Jaden Maayava.
One thing about Maayava in the backfield, no matter how much pressure is coming, he always looks kind of reserved, calm, and collected back there. Never looks panicked, although, he's been sacked a couple of times. Here's Maayava on an option pitch, bobbled, and run to the 46-yard line by Brian Jackson. First time we've seen the true freshman out of McKinney, Texas. They'll get to close to the 45, a short pickup of a gain of a yard, maybe 2. We'll call it 2nd and 8 there.
Yeah, look like trying to catch Notre Dame off guard with a quick little option play right there. Unfortunately, Jackson kind of bobbles it, and that gives Notre Dame defenders time to catch up to that play and put a hit on him.
Jackson stays in. Branch and Ford this way. Far side, Kyron Hudson. Branch now goes that way in motion. Lake McCree strong side left. Behind offensive lineman Elijah Page on 2nd and a long 8. The fake to Jackson. Maayava will throw on the run and just throw it out of bounds to the Notre Dame bench. Good defensive pressure applied. Maayava able to get out of the way and have enough time to throw it away, but it is 3rd and 9 for the Trojans. Now, you're down by 7. You don't want to give the ball back to Notre Dame. Not the way they moved the ball in that last drive. 6 plays and 75 yards. Didn't take very long.
Yeah, a lot more. So far, a couple more blitzes from Al Golden in the second half on this first drive as he bought Kaiser on that one, a corner on the last one. So Notre Dame adjusting with a little more pressure.
3rd and 9. Need to get to the 37. Maayava has some time. Winds and throws down the left sideline. They've got hands all over Makai Lemon, and there's the flag, and it comes in late. The side judge watching it right in front of it, ignored it, and the umpire threw it from distance.
Pass interference. defense, number 29, 15-yard penalty, first down.
I'm shocked that they call pass interference in this league.
We've saw 2 today already, Pete. That's kind of wild there. They've been letting them play all year, but these are, am I right, ACC officials?
I believe so.
And not Big Ten officials, so maybe that's the reason for a couple more calls today right there. Christian Gray definitely had a hand on Mekhi Lemon, and the Trojans benefit on the PI there.
Moves it up 15. That'll take it to the Irish 30-yard line, and the Trojans get out of a spot there. A little bit of a pickle. 11:07 to go in the third. Pete Arbogast, voice of the Trojans, along with Shaun, Cody, the All-American. John Jackson will be with us on the postgame show. Jordan Moore on the field. The family all together on Thanksgiving weekend as the Trojans trail Notre Dame by 7. Ma'iava dumps it to Walker Lyons, 30, 25, trying to get the first, and he does as he's tackled forward and out of bounds inside the 20. Things getting spicy down in the La Victoria red zone. It's 1st and 10 Trojans at the Notre Dame 19-yard line.
And a nice job by Walker Lyons working with space against Xavier Watts, their All-American guy on Notre Dame's defense, right? Walker Lyons, him in one-on-one, able to create enough movement in Xavier Watts to pull that one for a first down.
Walker Lyons' longest catch of his college career. It's only his 3rd of his college career. Now 3 catches for 23 yards, but that one came at a good time. Joyner is back in for the Trojans in the backfield, wearing 0. Play clock, under 10. Now down to 5. The handoff to Joyner, left side, looking for a block from McCree and gets it. He's inside the 10. He's down to the 6 and out of bounds at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, USC. And this is turning into a shootout. I don't think I had that on my bingo card coming into today's game.
Yeah, both offenses moving at will here with Quentin Joyner, the Trojans. Notre Dame just loses the edge, has all kinds of guys. Alani Noah, it looked like, who else is out there? Lake McCree, everybody's out there leading the way here and getting the job done for the Trojans on the edge as Quentin Joyner is able to pick that one up.
Hudson, McCree, and Lemon, triangle crunch formation in the left side of the line. Wide to the right, Jacoby Lane, who's caught a short touchdown pass earlier. Trojans down at the 5-yard line. Hand off to Joyner, off the left side, tripped up, but scrambles his way forward down to the 5, down to the 1. Not in the end zone. It'll be short by a half a yard. 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line, actually inside the 1-yard line.
Nice tough running there by Quentin Joyner, making the first guy miss and then putting his head down and trying to get as far as he can. Gets down to the 1. That's a tough running right there from Agent Zero there.
Joyner becomes the leading rusher for the Trojans with 6 carries and about 43 yards. Double tight end McCree and Eldridge on either side of the lane. Up under center. He snuck it the first time from the half-yard line. Jaden Ma'iava. What will he do this time? Same thing. Holds the ball up in the air. Puts it over the goal line. And it is a touchdown. Jaden Ma'iava. Touchdown USC for the 2nd time. Ma'iava with a sneak from a half-yard out. And the Trojans are 1 point away from tying the ball game up again. How do you do?
Nice play by Jaden. No, all you have to do is break the plane with possession of the ball. As soon as it snaps that plane, it's a touchdown. Even if they try to knock it out after, he just goes over the top, puts it over the line, pulls it back, and once it goes past the line, that's a touchdown for the Trojans.
Sounds like they're going to review this thing. But it certainly looked from our view is that he just held the ball over the plane of the, held it out. He jumped up in the air, held it out, and then pulled it back.
Yeah, from the first sideline replay, it looked like he got it.
This one we're going to be able to see if they have that same sideline.
Yeah, they showed it already. They showed the first one already. They didn't show the sideline.
Oh, that's a touchdown all the way.
He's going over the top. He just puts his hand right over. It's definitely crossed the line there, and he pulls it back to secure it. But once it crosses that plane, that's 6.
You're watching us on the Audi Radio Booth Cam, brought to you by your Southern California Audi dealers. There's that goal line shot. That's a little closer. A little closer.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think it hit the white stripe, though. I really do.
As long as it touches it across, it's a touchdown.
First downs for the Trojans today.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
Oh, confirmed even. Yeah, that's the hardcore one.
Well, according
confirmed.
to Water, you can't confirm these things. There's no confirmation in college football here. Usually the play stands, if I'm correct.
14. I think stands is when they can't see anything else. I think confirmed is like, yes, we made the right call.
Rub it in.
14 first downs for the Trojans, driven by your Southern California Hyundai dealers. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Extra point try coming up. Brought to you by Terranea Resort, a luxury resort like no other. Again, Lance to try to tie this ball game up. Kick is away cleanly and through the uprights and good. Time out of the field. 9:06 left in the third. It's SC 21, Notre Dame 21. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 70 nonstop flights to more than 20 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting here is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
There's no place like the road home. Anticipation in every mile with presents wrapped and bags packed. The joy of the journey and the glow of your destination in the headlights. There's no feeling like it. Pedal down, volume up. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the Season of Audi sales event.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hey, it's DeMarco. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it on Monday morning on the Travis and DeMarco Show, 9 to noon, 710 ESPN. Fight on.
Jaden Mayava has doubled his running touchdown output for the year, and he's got 4 now, one more than he had at UNLV last year when he was the Mountain West Conference Freshman of the Year. It's all tied at 21 with 9:06 to go in the third quarter. When you've got good beer and good vibes, it's all Buena Stone Buena Vista Salt and Lime Lager, Baja inspired and imported from San Diego. Located near you at fine.stonebrewing.com. Down to the field, it's our DirecTV sideline report. Mr. Jordan Moore.
Yeah, I wanted to show some love to that offensive line. I think they've done a great job, and Josh Henson's done a great job since that Michigan game. You know, it was such a mess in Ann Arbor, and everyone was worried about where this season was going to go, but that group has just gotten better week after week. And what's impressed me in this game, one, is Mayava's had a nice pocket to throw in even in obvious throw situations, and USC has run well even in obvious run situations. That 1st and goal from the 5 there, tight space, everyone in the building knows you're going to run it, you still get 4.5 yards on 1st down. So they're doing a nice job here winning the battle up front against Notre Dame, which we know at times has not been the case in the last decade.
The Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you moving. To learn more, to claim your $29 new patient special, visit thejoint.com today.
No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. That's Athletic Brewing Company. Lance steps up to kick off. This one will once again be a touchback. Quite the weapon. We talk about him as a field goal kicker, and he's done fairly well this year. But as a kickoff guy, you're talking about 50 out of 70, 5 out of 7. That's pretty good. And some of those, certainly when you're trying to goad the other team into returning it, so you kick it short at like the 5 and see if they'll bite. Pretty good. So 1st down, Irish at the 25.
See a rotation at defensive line as the last group kind of got mushed around to try some new guys in there in this drive.
All hands on deck, last game of the season. Riley Leonard, the Notre Dame quarterback, over the middle, fires it to Love. Love will get the 1st down and more. Out to the 40, 41, 42 before Braylon Shelby will drop him there. Shelby had been banged up for a couple of weeks, but getting more playing time today and has been in on a bunch of plays. But Jeremiah Love in the open field is tough to bring down, and a gain out to the 42-yard line of 17 yards, and here come the Irish again.
Trojans have a Jeremiah Love problem right now. Got to figure out how to stop number 4.
Empty backfield on this one for Leonard, the quarterback. Transfer from Duke. He'll call his own number, run up the left side, change direction to the right, and slide at the SC 47, maybe the 48-yard line where he started to give himself up. Close to a 1st down, but because of the spot and where he started to slide, it really benefits Notre Dame, I think. It's 2nd and inches. Is it not? Yes, it is. Leonard again, waiting, clapping his hands, trying to get the Trojans to jump offside. A relatively penalty-free game here today. One cost the Trojans dearly, a tripping call. Handoff, Price. That'll be a first down as he gets pushed forward by the big Hogs on the Notre Dame line. Here's after the play, Greedy Vance, just as I said, and Jaden Greathouse getting tangled up, and Greathouse's helmet pops off. He complains to the officials, and I think they're going to get a 15-yarder tacked onto the end of this.
Yeah, just not smart, I think, by Greedy Vance here. End of the play here.
After the play, personal foul, face mask, defense number 21, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
He grabbed his face mask and kept on grabbing it long enough to rip his helmet off.
Yeah, usually the guy without their helmet on is going to get the call there, and that's what happened for Notre Dame. Both guys were ripping at the face mask, but Greedy Vance popped that one off, and that's why you see the penalty. 4
penalties, 40 yards against SC. So a first down inside the 30 for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in a tie ball game, middle of the third quarter, 21-21. Notre Dame probably needs to win to go to the playoffs. Leonard chased from the pocket, will run again. 20, 15, 10, 5, 4. Once he gets going, his running ability has been something to behold, and it's first and goal, Notre Dame at the 4-yard line, and the Trojans haven't looked at all in this second half like they're going to stop Notre Dame ever.
No, both offenses have looked dominant in this one. You got to be wary if you're Braylon Shelby to keep contained on this. You got to keep your passing lanes against this guy. He's not looking to throw, he's looking to run.
Price up the middle to the 3, down to the 2 perhaps. About the 2.5. Second and goal there. Linemen unpiling, helping each other up. Second and goal from the 2.5. You know, in a game like this, Shaun, 21-21, and the way it's been going, there's only been one costly turnover. Notre Dame did it, and the Trojans scored on a short field. From here on in, any mistake is really multiplied.
Yeah, especially these offenses seem like they're clicking. They figured out stuff in the halftime, and now they come out with some nice answers against these defenses.
Motion inside. It'll be Leonard to call his own number and dives into the end zone for a Notre Dame touchdown. Now, the Trojans are going to be asked to score a touchdown to stay in the game. And if they do, they will score more points in a game this year than any Notre Dame opponent all season long.
It's already more than only one team so far. It looked like Louisville had 24, right? And USC has 21, so that's the second most this year. But Trojans going to have to find a way to score another touchdown. They looked really good on that first drive. See if they have some more answers against this good Notre Dame defense.
28-21 if the extra point goes through. No reason to think it won't. He hasn't missed one all season long. Jeter. And the kick is up. And it is good, and we'll break again with 6:27 remaining in the third. Notre Dame back in front. They have never trailed. They've never led by more than 7. And that's where it is right now. 28-21, Irish over the Trojans. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
When you're hiring, ZipRecruiter's technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. What if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hi, Trojan fans. Are you ready to fight on? Fruitist Blueberries got your back. All across the gridiron, straight into the end zone, our berries pack flavor and crunch into every bite. Get ready for Fruitist Blueberries, official superfruit snack sponsor of USC Trojans football. Delicious, healthy, and always ready to win. Snack smarter. Snack Fruitist, because even our berries fight on. Fruitist, Fruitist, for the love of fruit. Available at stores near you.
With next-level tech and safety features, Hyundai cars and SUVs give you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Advantages include our available class-exclusive digital key and available remote smart parking assist. And because we want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, you'll also get complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles and 10 years of America's best warranty. In a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
Hey,
it's Ireland. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it Monday on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on 710 ESPN.
Irish go 6 plays 75 to open the half. Trojans answer. Irish go 6 plays 75 yards to take the lead again, 28-21 with 6:27 remaining in the third quarter. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Trojan Football on ESPN LA and the Trojan Media Network.
Hey, it's Mace, and this is USC football back where it belongs on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles, a good Karma Brands radio station. Fight on!
Attention all players. Prepare yourself for an entirely new game. The rules have changed and the stakes are higher. So all you have to do is ask yourself, are you ready to get back into the game? Squid Game Season 2 is back December 26th, only on Netflix. Did you watch Squid Game Part 1?
I did watch
boy.
it. I actually tried to do one of those cookies where you cut those things out with my kids. Very unsuccessful with these big old mitts. Not the best thing to do.
All right, Makai Lemon has returned the ball out between the 20 and the 25 most of the time. Once to the 14. Goins will kick off. And this one to the 1. And here comes Lemon again up the near hash mark. Changes direction outside, 20, 25, 30, 35, and out of bounds about the 37-yard line. Best return of the day for Makai Lemon. And the Trojans set up with decent field position, trailing with just over 6 minutes remaining in the third, 28-21. No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. That's Athletic Brewing Company. Glad to have you along today on the TuneIn app, free internet radio. You can listen to SC Football, all the biggest college football and basketball games on the TuneIn app.
Well, I think, Pete, this offense has got to respond. It might have to respond a couple more times in this game because the Trojans defense doesn't look like right now they have the ability to stop this Notre Dame offense. So this offense for USC has got to come to life here.
There's only one thing that's going to stop the Notre Dame offense, and you know what it is. Snap back to Mayava. Throw left side, bobbled and dropped by Deuce Robinson. And a nice defensive play as Moore, the cornerback, had his hands, Leonard Moore, around the waist of Robinson when the ball got there. And because it was bobbled, he turned him around and Deuce just couldn't find it.
Yeah, it looked like Deuce should have caught that one right in his hands right there. Defender did a good job maybe poking it out there, but you expect two to get physical. He's been getting better at that all year long. Right there, we need to catch that
Probably should have had that one. So I need to remind you that probably the Trojans need to match scores every time because you can't fall 2 scores behind these guys, I wouldn't think. 28-21 Notre Dame, third quarter action. And it'll be Mayava to run it himself up the middle, and he'll get some decent yards, and he does not give himself up, so dives out to the 44-yard line. Not the fleet of foot that Riley Leonard is for Notre Dame, but he gets 8. It'll be 3rd and 2, and this is a huge play coming up.
Yeah, Trojans with some big old splits on that play to open it up a little bit. Mayava with some fancy footwork. I don't know what you're talking about, Pete, but that was Riley S. there.
Fancy juking, just not the same speed.
Yeah, maybe not the same speed, but he can definitely have some moves on him.
3rd and 2, and the crowd getting interested in this thing right here. Need to get a big 2-yard gain. Jonah Monheim calling out blocking signals, crunch formation on the right side, and the give is to Joyner, and Joyner will dive out across the line of scrimmage and get 3 where he needed to, and that's a USC first down. Brought to you by your Southern California Hyundai dealers. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Looks like a flag on the far side of the field, but it's not. But it's a mouth guard.
Okay, yellow mouth guard. Got it. They pick that up, get it off the field. 1st and 10 SC at their own 47-yard line. Trailing 28-21. 5:09 remaining in the third period. Trojans moving towards the torch end. The Coliseum in this third. Shadows coming up on the field on the other side, on the left side. It'll be Mayava to keep. Back up in the backfield. Better get rid of this thing now before you get sacked. At the 40, he's going to run it, but he's not going to get anywhere. And he instead throws it out of bounds. It would have run out of bounds at the line of scrimmage anyway, so really it's 2nd and 10 either way.
Yeah, maybe saved himself a yard right there.
Maybe.
Would have liked to see like Quentin Joyner could just turn around. He could have flipped it to him. It could have caused some damage right there, but he tried to block instead. We've seen Maeva a couple times this season when he gets in those situations, his eyes kind of drop. It's hard to do, right? You want to keep your eyes downfield, but his eyes drop and he starts spinning around there in one of those situations. We've seen that a couple times this year where you think about Caleb Williams, obviously a great one to do it, but kept his eyes downfield, always looking for something to happen.
Caleb's here watching the young quarterback for the Trojans. Play clock down to 5. Maeva takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Joyner, winds and throws sideline out of bounds, looking for Deuce. Incomplete pass, and now the Trojans have a 3rd and 10 at the 47. It feels to me, being an announcer and a fan all these years, that you can't give Notre Dame the ball back with a touchdown lead. Not the way things have been going.
Yeah, they've tried to attack with number 2 here. I don't want them to forget about Jacoby Lane and then Mekhi Lemon, the 2 guys who've been the go-getters in this offense so far. Obviously, you want to get number 2 going and Deuce going. Sometimes you got to key in on your targets, who the guys who are producing.
Trojans had an ineligible receiver, but Notre Dame has responded by declining the penalty, so it will be 3rd and 10. You also got to look at that little slant into Zachariah Branch, perhaps, but Branch jogs off the field. Lemon comes in, Hudson comes in, out goes Robinson, out goes Joyner, out goes Lyons. You've got Jackson, the freshman, running back in there to block, no doubt, on a 3rd and 10 from their own 47, trailing by 7 in the 3rd quarter, starting to run out on the Trojans. And maybe the game, if they don't pick this up, they've got to do something big right here and right now. Handoff to Brian Jackson in the middle of the line, and he gets 2. And the Trojans will have to kick it away. There's some action after the play, but the referees unload that. And Czaplicki will have to come in and punt this thing away to the Irish team that hasn't been stopped on 12 plays for 150 yards here in the second half.
Yeah, it looked like Drake Bowen knew it was the run. He called that play. He knew it was going to go down there.
Let's go down to Jordan real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that they were thinking this was 4-down territory if they could get a run for 6, 7, 8 yards, but when you only get 3, it's punting time.
Czaplicki ready to kick to Hurlman. Hurlman runs up on a bit of a short kick, bounces. Oh, the Trojans got a lousy bounce. It hit at the 8-yard line, and they looked like they were going to be able to stop it before it went in the end zone, but it just took that funny hop and went straight in. A 56-yard kick, but only a 36-yard net. And so it'll come out on the touchback, and with 3:59 to go in the 3rd, up to a Trojan defense right now that has not shown any ability to stop Notre Dame here in the second half at all. And frankly, the drive previous to that for Notre Dame at the end of the second quarter was 7 plays and 65 yards. So 3 consecutive drives. They've got 3 touchdowns, and it's been smooth. They haven't been stopped at all.
No, not a lot of negative plays. It's all been going forward. It's all been the run game. It's been Leonard. It's been Love. It's been Price. Some tight end action. Not a bunch of throws, but it's definitely been the run game from Notre Dame that is causing USC all kinds of problems. You get in those kind of modes, and then you lose a tight end, you lose a wide receiver. Those are the kind of pass plays you can see here. But Trojans got to load up in the box and make Notre Dame try to go to the air, because that run game right now has just been picking up too many chunk plays for the Notre Dame Irish.
It took till the 12th game of the season to get Eddie Czaplicki to have a touchback as a punt, and that was unlucky.
Oh, yeah, that one is a poor luck right there. Look, it just took a quick hop. Mekhi Lemon was getting ready for it, and it just took a quick one into the end zone, or else he would have been on it.
A couple of scores for you as we come to the end of the regular season. Only conference championship games next week. The rankings report driven by Kia, and your Southern California Kia dealers ranked number 1 in consumer satisfaction, as we have a break in the action here with under 4 to play in the 3rd. And in the top 25, Syracuse has gone in front of number 6 Miami, 35-28. Miami's had a bunch of close calls this year.
Do you hear some cheering?
That one against Cal, remember, they were way behind Cal and came back to win it at the very end. 13th ranked Alabama handling Auburn 28-6, and Alabama's got some problems trying to get into the final 12. Arkansas leading number 21 Missouri 14-10, but Missouri's got the ball at the Arkansas 8, 1st and goal at the end of the 3rd. 9th ranked SMU leading Cal 21-3 late 3rd. Arizona State beating Arizona 35-7. Arizona State was supposed to not be good this year, and Arizona was supposed to be good this year. And Arizona State's going to end up 10-2 in the Big 12 championship game, and Arizona's going to end up 4-8.
Got to play them.
I know. Penn State leading Maryland 31-7. The Nittany Lions will meet Oregon in the Big Ten final if they hold on to win, and they will. And everything else is wrapped up except the stuff coming up tonight. Michigan defeating Ohio State. That's the big news of the day, 13-10. They're going to need some therapists in Columbus, Ohio. 4 years in a row, and they thought this is the one. And we got them. We're second ranked. We're undefeated. Michigan's not all that good. Yeah, wait a minute.
A whole class of guys for Ohio State never beat Michigan.
Wow. And they go back to Ann Arbor next year. Those Michigan Wolverines will be here next year. We haven't seen the schedule yet. First down, handoff, Price up the middle, and he gets away for a good 15. Out to the 36-yard line, and the Trojan defense is, shall I say, sieve-like right now.
Yeah, just Trojans won't be able to stay in this one very long if they can't figure out what's going on in the run game here. Just another lost gap right there. Guys getting two-hatted and knocked off, and easy runner right now for Notre Dame.
Well, do you bring more guys up to the line of scrimmage? I mean, it obviously opens the pass game up a little bit more, but I'd rather die that way. Make this guy throw. He's not great at it. He's good short-range passing. And he will here, being chased by Cobb, but winds and throws right side. That's an interception at the 40. Taken by the Trojans at the 50, 45. The return is on, now backpedaling. Back to the 50, 45, and out of bounds right there. Interception by John Humphrey, and a good return of about 15 yards. He ran about 80 to get the 15, but the Trojans get a very timely turnover and have a first down on a short field at the Notre Dame 45-yard line. And maybe the Trojans are right back in it with another turnover for the Irish. We gave it up 5 times last year and maybe built up some equity that way, eh?
Yeah, I don't know what Notre Dame was thinking, trying to go to the air, maybe just trying to take a shot, but they've been successful in run games. Leonard goes to the air, and just the easy one there for John Humphreys, who probably, you said, had a good return. I would disagree. That was not a good return. He should have stayed in the middle of the field instead of trying to run it all the way back to there, but that's why he's on defense, John Humphreys, with a big interception for USC.
If he went straight, he would have got to the 40, but probably would have got 5 more yards.
So, I mean, he would have got whatever he did. That was not the right answer.
All right, 45-yard line, 1st and 10 SC. Moving left to right, trailing 28-21, and trying to hang in there against the 5th-ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish in the big game. McCree slotted left. One back is Joyner to the right side of Mayava. The fake to Joyner. The throw left side. That's complete to the 40, 39, maybe the 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 7. Kyron Hudson with the catch, and a 2nd down and 3 for the Trojans as shadows continue to creep in. By the time this one is over, the lights will have taken effect. It'll be nighttime in Southern California. Temperatures have dropped about 10 degrees. It's 70. It's a beautiful day. Late November, are you kidding? As late as November as you could possibly get. November the 30th. Joyner to the left side of Mayava on a 2nd and 3 from the Irish 38. Mayava wants to throw. In trouble. Backs up. Throws it in the ground. Looking for Joyner. Joyner says they're holding on to me.
It's get a little chippy down there, Pete.
Well, it's SC Notre Dame. You're going to get some of that.
These guys are starting to get a little antsy up here. Seen a lot of back and forth after the play, away from the plays. There, he definitely contact early there, but no flag.
Pressure applied. Mayava had to get rid of it quicker than he wanted to. I would pressure the heck out of Mayava. Young quarterback, big first time playing against Notre Dame. I'd come after him all the time. But he's had a pretty good day.
2 downs here for sure.
Hudson wide to the left. McCree comes in motion. Mayava rolling this way, being chased. Throws on the run, and it is incomplete. And he had McCree wide open about the 20-yard line. And he just couldn't find him. 4th and 3. Well, this is now, after getting an interception, you got everything you could ask for Christmas. You got the interception, you got a return to the 45, and now you need a first down on 4th down to keep the drive alive. You're not going to punt here, not down 28-21. Can't give it back to him again. Keep giving it to him.
Yeah, just couldn't get enough on that one, Jaden Mayava. I think Mike McCree could have came back, helped him out a little bit. He thought he was going to throw it further, but it's a missed opportunity there.
4th and 3. Need to get to the 35 proper. One back is Joyner. Trips on the right side. Play clock at 5. Mayava in trouble. Winds and throws, and it is incomplete. Looking for Lemon. And there is no flag. And the Trojans give it up on downs for the 2nd time today. First time they were driving closer than this. This time, they give it up at the 38, and the Irish get it right back after the turnover. That is a huge turn of events here in this ball game.
I mean, great play by Xavier Watts.
Yep.
He's right there on it. I mean, just the only thing I worry about there is just the level of difficulty on a 4th and 3 play. You have to make it that hard. Can we find something that's a 3-yard region there? But the Trojans try to take a shot. Jaden Mayava puts it where his guy can get it. But Makai Lemon's not able to come down with would have been a very difficult catch.
Xavier Watts having some words with Makai Lemon after the play. The referees get involved. Jadarian Price to the left of Riley Leonard as the Irish get it back at their own 38. Pretty good field position. Here comes Price. Trojans bang into him, but don't try to tackle him and wrap him up. Just a shoulder try for Easton Mascarenas Arnold, and as a result, Price bounces off, gets to the 42, and a gain of 5.
Yeah, not a good job of tackling there. Asking the defense to respond one more time. I would have suspected to see any big long throws from Notre Dame. I'm sure they're
not anymore.
Going to pound it.
Tried it once more than we thought they would, and paid the price. They've got to just run the ball. With 220 yards per game rushing, you just run the ball. Give to Price, right side, huge hole, 50, 40, Trojan 30. Bryson Shaw will usher him out of bounds around the 23-yard line, and the Irish closing in on what would be their 11th victory of the season if the Trojans can't figure it out.
Yeah, Notre Dame really giving USC just another shot at life last drive, throwing that ball up and giving them a free interception there. I think they're going to stick on the ground here. If the Trojans have no response here, as Notre Dame's offensive line has been moving guys around.
4 down linemen for the Trojans. Gavin Meyer wearing a huge, giant sock on his left arm. Leonard will throw, and towards the end zone, it is caught, and a touchdown. Mitchell Evans, the tight end. He'd been hurt all year. He was hurt most of last year. Slowly but surely coming back this season, and that one, a touchdown. Puts the Irish up by 2 scores on a 23-yarder, and SC is in definite trouble now.
Yeah, just too much right there. Nice toss by Leonard to his tight end Evans. Makes a big play to seal that drive, but the missed opportunity after the interception by the defense, USC cannot capitalize. Notre Dame gets the ball back on a 4th down turnover and is able to turn it into points and create a 2-score game.
The Irish fans cheering. Listen to them here. Let's go Irish is what they're chanting. Some of them making the trip out. Many of the Subway alumni that didn't go to Notre Dame are here, as they always are, at the Coliseum. The extra point has been a mere formality. And again is that. And with 1:11 remaining in the third, the Trojans now down 35-21. 3 plays, 62 yards. The only time the Trojans have stopped Notre Dame is when Notre Dame has stopped Notre Dame with a bad interception on the last possession. But the Irish have stopped the Trojans on 4th down tries twice today, when the Trojans were driving towards possible scores, and you get those and you score and it's a tie ball game, but they didn't, and it didn't.
Yeah, it hasn't looked good on defense. Other than getting that gifted interception, Pete, in the second half, the defense has not really, sometimes in the first half, has just not found an answer for this run game. And we talked about it coming into it. This is a top 5 run game, Pete. This is Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, 2 great running backs. You throw in a quarterback who can run. This is one of the top run games in the country, and Trojans have really just struggled with it. It's been a challenge for them, and we knew it was going to be a challenge coming in. Maybe thought they could find some holes, but Notre Dame has done a good job of kind of just crushing the Trojans in the run game all day.
And some Trojan fans question the Notre Dame schedule. Had a great win at Texas A&M to open the season. That's a tough place to play. Purdue's terrible. They beat them bad. Miami of Ohio, nothing to write home about. Neither is Stanford. But Louisville, Georgia Tech that took Georgia to 8 overtimes. Navy, Florida State, Army. Those aren't bad football teams.
Florida State's pretty bad.
Okay, all right. But generally speaking, when you play Florida State, you're thinking, well, we're going to have some problems because they're big and physical. Here's Lemon. Nothing this time. 16-yard line.
I just think when you look at Notre Dame, you just didn't know what they were. They would go into games, they dominate these lesser opponents, and you thought, hey, maybe this team could be great, or they might not be that great. But I think we're finding out as this thing goes along, you keep putting together great games like this. This Notre Dame team, they're something to reckon with. They can only play the schedule they're given, and that's what they've done. They've done the right thing. What they've done.
And they've blown out those lesser opponents. There hadn't been a close game amongst them. except for the Northern Illinois loss. That just defies gravity.
Yeah, Trojans have had some success on offense. Not a lot of teams have. Only one other team has scored more than the Trojans, and that's Louisville this year in a loss. But Trojans have had some success on offense. It's defensively against this Notre Dame offense they haven't figured it out.
Is it over? No. A minute to go in the third. If the Trojans score here, they're back within a touchdown, and they're still in the ball game. But score here, they almost must. Hand off to Joyner. He's got some room and gets away and gets out across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Pickup of 11, and that's a USC first down, driven by your Southern California Hyundai dealers. First and 10 Trojans at the 33. You're almost going to have to score every time you get your hands on the ball the rest of the day.
Yeah, the way the defense has looked against the offense, it looks that way. You're going to probably have to get a fortunate turnover as well.
You played in this thing against UCLA and Notre Dame back-to-back weeks. How tough is it to get up for both of these games?
Not very difficult at all.
Really? Mayava to throw on first down. Wobbler. Walker Lyons had it in line, but there were Notre Dame defenders all around, and it's knocked away. And why talk to the guy you're guarding? You made the defensive play. You've already proved yourself, and yet you feel the need to get up, and Drake Bowen chattering with the intended receiver, Walker Lyons. Why? Just get up and go.
I thought Walker Lyons had a chance at that one. He put it on his hands right there. He just, a lot of distractions on that play, but the ball was in his hands. Just couldn't come down with that one.
We saw that they handed off to Joyner, so it's not a situation where the Trojans have to throw on every single down. They can run the ball and
plenty of time to run the ball.
Have been successful in doing so. They just need to score on this drive.
They just need to get a stop on defense, really.
Well, sure. But first things first, you have to score here to get back to within 7 before you get a stop. Mayava on 2nd and 10, left side. Hudson falling backwards, incomplete. Leonard Moore defending, 3rd and 10, and this one's starting to slip away from the Trojans. He's missed his last, 4 out of the last 5. I think that's 7 out of his last 8 now have been incomplete for Mayava.
And these are tough throws, Pete. These are not easy throws here. Just asking him, Jaden Mayava, to do a lot here on some of these back shoulders, over the top to Makai Lemon, up top to a tight end. So these guys are guarding him tough here. These are challenging throws.
And you think the Notre Dame secondary is beat up or doesn't have guys, but they've only given up 140 yards a game through the air. Throw caught by Ford. Ford will get the first down. Notre Dame side of the 50, down to the 45 to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down for the Trojans. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Will the Trojans have a comeback in them? Will the Irish be able to be stopped ever? After 3 quarters at the Coliseum, it's Notre Dame 35, USC 21. Back with the 4th and final after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP.
You deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more Ricks, 2 more.
You deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, the Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
You want Jersey Mike's signature sub, you get a number 13 original Italian. You want a dramatic radio idea? You get me. Like this. I'm the 7th-string quarterback and the other 6 quarterbacks go down. The coach yells, DeVito, you're in. The crowd is worried until I throw a touchdown. But the other team is celebrating. Apparently, I threw the Jersey Mike's number 13 original Italian I was eating on the sidelines. Whoops. The number 13 original Italian, Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
In the game of savings, it's all about making the right moves. Whether you're just kicking off your financial journey or already making big plays, USC Credit Union is here to help you come out on top. With high rates across savings and checking accounts, CDs, money markets, and IRAs, your money will grow faster and stronger. Plus, with our wealth management services, you'll have an expert coach guiding you at every stage of your investment journey. Make your money move up. Visit usccreditunion.org to get started. Federally insured by the NCUA.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
Third quarter down. That third period was a decidedly Notre Dame won. They went 6 for 75 to take the lead. Trojans tied it. Then Notre Dame went 6 for 75 to take the lead. Trojans got an interception and had the ball on the Notre Dame side of the field after the return, but were turned away on a 4th and 3, and the Irish scored immediately thereafter to make it 35-21. Now, SC has the ball here to start the fourth quarter, and if they can score, they can stay in the game, but to stay in the game and win the game are two different things. The statistics on this thing, fairly upside down now. Notre Dame has run just 2 more plays than SC, but has 120 more yards. SC leading in passing yardage, 209-173, but the rushing yardage, Notre Dame 258 to 102 for the Trojans. It kind of looks like Notre Dame stats all year long.
Yeah, and that third quarter was tough too. You see SC averaging 5.6, which is not a bad per play average for offense, but Notre Dame averaging 12.5 in that third quarter. So just really putting it to the Trojans on that one, Pete. The fourth quarter of USC football is sponsored by Athletic Brewery. No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all, Athletic Brewing Company.
Minnesota beat Wisconsin 24-7. Nebraska lost to Iowa 13-10. Michigan upset Ohio State 13-10. Illinois beat Northwestern 38-28. Later on, Purdue, Indiana, Washington, Oregon. It'll be Oregon and Penn State at the Big Ten final next week. Those are the games of interest in the Big Ten. Trojan ball. All shadows on the Coliseum floor now. And a cloudier day, so not much in the way of sunshine in the stands either. Fake to Joyner. Throw underneath Mekhi Lemon, and he's gang tackled by 5 Notre Dame Irish players on the 1st and 10 from the Notre Dame 43, and they'll move it back to the 46 and make it 2nd down and 13. Individually for the Trojans, Joyner 7 carries 54. Lemon 5 catches, or make it 4 catches. Branch 4 catches. And passing wise, Mayava just 15 of 30 for 209. Leonard 16 of 20 for Notre Dame, 150. Very effective. And his legs have been very effective as well. Riley Leonard 10 carries 59 yards. 2nd and 13 for SC, and a screen pass is dropped by Brian Jackson. 3rd and 13, and the Trojans just coming unraveled here in the second half. And
almost better than he dropped that one. 3 defenders in the area,
yeah.
So Notre Dame defense smelling blood in the water here as they got a 2-score lead against the Trojans.
Fourth and 13. Lots of time left if something miraculous were to happen. But it's been mostly Notre Dame here in the second half. Jackson goes away in motion. Woody Marks injured in the first quarter. We haven't been told officially what that injury is, but he has not been able to play. Throw for Mayava, looking for Deuce, knocked away beautifully at about the 15-yard line. That's a nice play by Christian Gray. Their secondary looks pretty good to me. They've been right there almost all day long.
Yeah, these are hard passes to complete. It's the level of difficulty on some of these passes is tough, Pete. You're going to try to keep going to these guys. Eventually, Notre Dame's going to have some success right there, and they get up right there. Christian Gray on another deflected ball. Looked like Deuce might have had a step, but Christian Gray does a good job getting it here. Now the Trojans in real trouble here as they got to punt it away at down 2 scores against the Notre Dame offense, who's put up 35 already, which is the most points the Trojans have given up this year. So Notre Dame looking to add to that.
Well, they did that last year with 48. Fair catch called on the Czaplisky punt at the 10-yard line. So Notre Dame, with their longest field in a while from the 10, have to go 90 here. I don't think they're going to be in a particular hurry.
No.
And if they score again and make it 42-21, you can warm up the bus.
Well, they haven't been in a particular hurry all day. Just big chunk plays in the run game and pass game.
Time out of the field with 14:06 to go in the old ball game and the regular season. It's Notre Dame 35, USC 21. Back after these messages now on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
USC Football and Children's Hospital Los Angeles continue to support the pediatric needs of our community. For over 120 years, CHLA has been at the forefront of providing exceptional medical care for children across California. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as the #1 children's hospital in California, CHLA has consistently ranked among the top national hospitals and has been on the honor roll of best children's hospitals since its inception. Whether it's routine care or life-saving treatment, families trust CHLA for its world-class pediatric care. To learn more, visit chla.org today.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate the competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Hey, it's Travis. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over on Monday morning on the Trav and DeMarco Show at 9 a.m. right here on 710 ESPN. Fight on.
If you're wondering about those conference championship games next week, it looks like SMU Miami in the ACC, Georgia against the winner of tonight's Texas A&M game in the SEC, Oregon Penn State Big Ten, Army Tulane in the American Athletic, Miami and Ohio in the MAC, Boise State against either UNLV or Colorado State, whichever team is higher ranked in the rankings that come out this week, probably UNLV, and probably Arizona State and Iowa State in the Big 12. Congratulations to Caleb Downs of Ohio State, Travis Hunter of Colorado, Mikhail Kamara of Indiana, and Nick Squirton of Texas A&M. They are the finalists for the Ronnie Lott Award, which will be given away on December 9th in Las Vegas on TV. Ronnie, of course, the great All-American defensive back for USC. Irish ball, 1st and 10 from their own 10, leading 35-21, still 14 to go in the ball game. And they're going to run a lot. Jadarian Price outside left side. He's gang tackled after a gain of about 3. Sends us down to the field for our DirecTV sideline report with Jordan Moore.
Yeah, Notre Dame is going to run a lot, but they're going to run without Jeremiah Love. TV announced that he is out for the rest of the game. So it looks like it'll be Price leading that Notre Dame backfield.
Love, 13 carries, 99 yards, 7.6 per, but Price has been better than that. 8 carries for 100 before that run, 12.5.
Doesn't matter who's back there right now.
Really
Put Burt back there.
Fourth quarter action at the Coliseum. And a beautiful day in Southern California except for this part. 35-21 Notre Dame. Price into the line. He'll run the clock down. He'll get 1 yard to the 14. Third, if the Trojans want to come back, and I know they do, here's one thing: they have to have the ball, obviously, and they've got to stop them on these third downs and longs, 3rd and 6 here.
Yeah, we've seen Leonard. He's just picked up too many of these, whether it's with his legs or creating a play to open up a pass. Leonard's done a great job in these situations today as Notre Dame has 35 points on the board.
Look out for Riley Leonard to run this thing. Got a new running back in there in Aeneas Williams. First time we've seen him today. 5'10", 206, just a freshman. Mitchell Evans caught a touchdown pass last possession for the Irish. Zip-zaps in motion. Leonard gets hit again, and finally sacked back at the 9. He's slowed down by Kamari Ramsey, and then Cameron Fountain gets the sack, his second of his young USC career. So, 3 and out. Trojans force a punt. Going to have good field position. We've talked about good field position a couple times today where the Trojans have been turned back on a 4th down try. And here we have, 12 minutes and change left. Do you call this a must touchdown drive for USC, or can they get away with one more?
Yeah, I mean, you'd love a score here.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to have to give it back to Notre Dame again because it's a great stop. The Trojans haven't done it a bunch, but able to get the sack right there. Good job blitzing by Kamari Ramsey and finishing up by Cam Fountain.
Rendell punts from his own end zone. Zachariah Branch ducks under a would-be tackler at the 50 and ends up getting about a 7-yard return to the Irish 45 and draw some oohs and ahs from the crowd. That takes us to our next commercial break. 11:52 to go in the game. Last chance for the Trojans. Let's call it that, shall we? Notre Dame 35, USC 21. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
There's no place like the road home. Anticipation in every mile with presents wrapped and bags packed. The joy of the journey and the glow of your destination in the headlights. There's no feeling like it. Pedal down, volume up. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer during the season of Audi sales event.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Ready to take your goals to the end zone? If you live in LA or Orange counties, a bank-beating loan from USC Credit Union could be your winning play. Whether it's purchasing a new or used car, earning credit card rewards, switching to clean energy, or buying your dream home, we've got competitive rates, quick approvals, and expert guidance to get it done. Make the winning play and fight on to savings with an affordable USC Credit Union loan today. Visit usccreditunion.org to get started. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Housing.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it next week on the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover. Sedano and Cap, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN. Fight on!
35-21 Notre Dame, 11:52 left in regulation time. The Trojans have the ball. Pretty good field position here as we get back to action after the timeout. Ocean views, magical sunsets, a luxury resort like no other. Discover Terranea, located along the stunning Palos Verdes Peninsula in Southern California. Book your getaway to Terranea now at terranea.com. Unranked USC teams facing ranked Notre Dame squads have not done great, as you might imagine. 6-14, but 6 wins over a ranked team when you're not, including the big win here in 64, Fertig to Sherman on 84Z delay, in 70, which is the wettest I've ever been other than being in a shower or the ocean. It rained so hard, unbelievable. And the Trojans ended up winning the game, recovering an offensive fumble in the end zone and a defensive fumble in the end zone. It opened up like I've never seen it in LA. Midwest, yes, but not here. Trojans won that game amazingly. Faking the handoff is Mayava, throws over the top and finds Makai Lemon, and he's got it inside the 25 down to near the 20-yard line. And the Trojans get a first down at the 21, so let's keep on going.
You know what makes that play is Jaden Mayava's ability to hold it in there, Pete. He held it in the running back's lap for an extra second there. Let the linebackers stay in. They have to stay. They have to think you're running the ball, so they sit right there. That's what gives them the space to make that throw over the top to Makai.
First and 10 at the 21. Cade Eldridge comes in for the Trojans at the last moment. Notre Dame could substitute here, but chooses not to defensively. Eldridge and McCree double tight end right side. Mayava will throw again towards the end zone. That's caught by Kyron Hudson, and he's down at the 3-yard line. So all of a sudden, the Trojan defense clicks, and now the offense clicks, and it's first and goal, SC at the 2. How do you do? First down, driven by your Southern California Hyundai dealers, and we're in the La Victoria red zone, although not at the half-yard line. So interesting to see how the Trojans play it here. Down 2 touchdowns, 35-21, still 10:40 remaining in the ball game. Mayava with Quentin Joyner in for the injured Woody Marks. He got hurt early in the ball game. Off to his left. Ford comes in motion. Handoff. Joyner tries into the line and dives but can't quite make it, and he's down to that familiar stop at the half-yard line. I don't think I'd try that Jaden Mayava hold the ball up in the air thing this time. They might be ready for it and slap it out. Just run the ball into the line. Second and goal. The problem here is you don't score and time runs off the clock a little bit. And you don't want that when you're down by 2 touchdowns.
Quentin Joyner was so close on that one, just fighting for the last inch there. I think that's even...
Second and goal at the half-yard line. Not under center is Mayava. So it's got to be Joyner, you'd have to figure, unless Mayava wants to run it in himself. And hold everything. Motion on the line. And the Trojans are going to get penalized 5 yards. Waiting for the call officially. Nobody's moving. Now the Trojans are backing up.
Offense, number 87, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Couldn't hold your water there. And so, second and goal from the 5.5 instead of the half.
Yeah, you can't do it. Like McCree's a veteran, you're counting on him to hold his water right there, and just flinches right there. The whole line flinched kind of, so it could have been anybody.
That's one of those, yeah. All right. Eldridge, tight end, strong right. McCree left. Receivers, a whistle and hold everything. Notre Dame has called timeout.
Charge timeout, Notre Dame, their first. This is a 30-second timeout.
All right, we'll keep it here then. The Joint Chiropractic can help ease your pain and keep you moving. To learn more and to claim the $29 new patient special, visit thejoint.com today. We haven't talked much about bowl games. We have another game. It's an SC bowl game, and mostly we hear Sun, Las Vegas, Los Angeles. Might have to do with this. If the Trojans were to mount a miraculous comeback in this thing and beat Notre Dame, then you could get something else into play, I suppose, because you'd be maybe a little more viable as an opponent. You'd have a nicer record and all that.
Yeah, nothing against our man Harry Ruiz, our Spanish broadcaster, but I don't know if I love to go to El Paso there, Pete.
Vegas, start the season in Vegas, end the season in Vegas. That'd be all right. All right, with our producer, Gia Larez. I wouldn't mind going to SoFi, doing a game from SoFi. It'd be kind of cool.
We haven't done a game there, huh?
All right. Jake Jensen is in at quarterback for USC, number 17. First time we've seen him. Twin receivers right, Ford and Hudson. On second and goal from the 5.5. Joyner in the backfield. Jensen will keep and get to the 5.5. What's going on?
I don't know what happened there, but
good tackle by Riley Mills, and Mayava comes back in. The Trojans' red zone troubles continue.
It's going to have to be a question about that one.
Oh.
Obviously, Jake Jensen comes in. You're going to know he's going to run it there. He's not going to throw the ball. So Notre Dame ready for that. Instead of having Mayava in there, going to have to figure out what happened.
Well, you've got 2 plays to get 5.5 yards. Well, you're probably not going to win this one. They've been turned away on fourth down a couple of times today. They'd like to not have it be 3. Mayava back in, winds and throws. Jacoby Lane again. That's his second touchdown catch. Catches it at the goal line, steps in, unimpeded, with an Irish defender right behind him. The Trojans score with just under 9 minutes to play in the game. A 6-yard touchdown pass. Mayava to Jacoby Lane. And the Trojans back within a touchdown. Never say never.
And a great route by Jacoby Lane, selling like he's going to go that back shoulder fade throw up top and spins back into the middle. Makes a big touchdown pass right there and really saves their coach Lincoln Riley from taking more questions about that Jake Jensen quarterback draw play.
Extra point. Need them all. Up and good. Timeout on the field. 8:43 to go in the fourth quarter. I don't know. If I knew, I'd tell you. 35-28, Notre Dame by 7, back after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
Introducing Stone Fight On Pale Ale, with a balanced blend of hops and a deep golden color as vibrant as the Southern California sunshine. Stone Fight On Pale Ale is brewed to be the perfect companion for the beach, the tailgate, or cheering on the Trojans. Stone Fight On Pale Ale is best enjoyed by holding a can in one hand and raising a V for victory with the other. Find Stone Fight On Pale Ale near you at find.stonebrewing.com. That's find.stonebrewing.com. Stone Brewing is a proud partner of USC Athletics.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT. The fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 70 nonstop flights to more than 20 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting here is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate the competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Hey, it's DeMarco. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it on Monday morning on the Travis and DeMarco Show, 9 to noon, 710 ESPN. Fight on.
Back here in the Coliseum, as the Trojans have just scored to make it 28-35. Notre Dame here in the fourth quarter with 8:43 left in a tight one. See what the Trojans come up with. We'll see what the Trojans got. But let's send out Jordan Moore, see what he's got on the sideline for us.
Well, we talked early in the game about how fearless and aggressive Notre Dame was, calling that fake punt, going for it on fourth down. Now it gets late in the game. Yep, they're in a winning position. They're sitting there up 7 with 8:43 to go. But are they looking to run clock here? Are they just going to stick with the run, or do they have more aggression in them to finish this game off? That's what I'm looking to see here. If you guys are right and they're playing for their postseason lives here, a lot of pressure on the Irish.
Old Dominion Freight Line, the official freight carrier of USC Athletics, helping the world keep promises. Darkness starting to creep into the Coliseum now. The lights maybe just starting to take effect. I could see their shininess off the very shiny golden helmets of the Domers. Beautiful day here in Southern California to finish up November. Holiday season upon us. And the Trojans kick off, trailing by only 7 again. This kickoff will go in the end zone. The Irish have loved these 75-yard fields, especially since the end of the second quarter. Well, 8:43 left, down by 7. Lots of time, all the time's out, against a Notre Dame team fighting for its playoff life, perhaps, and a Trojan team trying to show that they know how to win games in the fourth quarter. They've done it each of the last 2 weeks. Can they make it 3 in a row? Here come the Irish. Price is in the backfield. Love is no longer available, as you heard Jordan tell us a while back. Motion this way. Receivers to either side. Leonard looks inside. Little slip screen. It'll get him out to the 30. Pickup of 5. That one caught by Jordan Faison, who was the Sun Bowl MVP last year out of Fort Lauderdale. Stopped by Mason Cobb. 2nd and 5. The Irish haven't had any untimely penalties, although they have turned the ball over a couple of times so far today. Well short of the Trojans' 5 turnovers a year ago. SC and Notre Dame coming down to the wire. A 1-score game in the fourth quarter. You would have taken that and signed that contract when the day started. 2nd and 5. Zip-zap motion. Handoff. Jadarius Price into the line. He'll get 1.5, maybe 2. To the 32. 3rd and 3. Well now, 3rd and 3. Most of the time, Leonard, the quarterback for Notre Dame, has either thrown that little short pass really quickly or he's run it himself.
Yeah, we'll see what Coach Lind does. Last time he brought Kamari Ramsey on a blitz that got home and did just enough to throw off Leonard as he couldn't pick up the first. So we'll see if he brings another pressure here. Got to keep Leonard in the pocket, though. Anias
Williams back in for his second play of the game at running back for the Irish. Riley Leonard will call his own number, then back off. He winds and throws long, and it is a diving try, but incomplete. Jacoby Leonard defending on the play, and they're going to give Jacoby Leonard an interference call on Jordan Faison. Yeah, it was pretty. There's also a penalty back at the line of scrimmage, so we may play this one over again. Thought it looked like a pretty decent play by Jacoby Covington.
Yeah, looked like he had great coverage and good position and just kind of panicked when the ball got in the air. But I don't know if he grabbed him at that moment, but he definitely drew the flag there.
The referee's talking about, I think, 2 different penalties here, right?
Hopefully one on each team.
Yeah, it looks that way. Where the penalty? Yeah.
Defense number 14, 10-yard penalty.
Holding defense?
First down. After the play.
Unsportsmanlike
conduct. Offense. Assistant coach. 15-yard penalty.
Really?
His first of the half. First down, Notre Dame.
So you get the first down and you mark it back 15.
And it's still 1st and 10.
Yeah. I'd like to see a replay of it. Here's a replay of it. He's got a hold.
It's at least defensive holding right there. That's holding because the ball's not in the air yet. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was probably beat there. Maybe a good job to hold, or else he would have probably got beat deep. But
well, instead of 3rd and 4, was it? 3rd and 3. It's 1st and 10, but it's back at the 28. But new set of downs, clock running. 7:22 left in the 4th quarter, and the Trojans trailing Notre Dame 35-28. Most points Notre Dame's given up this year. Riley Leonard has been expert at running this offense. He hands off Jadarian Price, hit by Kamari Ramsey as he gets 4 to the 32, 2nd and 6.
Good open field right there in the hole. Big hole right there for Price, but Kamari Ramsey makes a nice tackle in that hole.
7 of those for Ramsey today so far. 2nd and 6. Trojans need one of those penalties against the Irish without one on SC.
Or a nice turnover, I would say.
Well, we've had a couple of those already today. I think asking for 3 might be too much.
The more the merrier.
All right. Price in the backfield to the left of Leonard, wearing number 13. Drops to pass, waiting, and he'll be sacked. Jamil Muhammad. Jalen Smith was in there as well. From Muhammad, his first sack of the year. Did he have any last year? Yeah, how about 7?
Yeah, getting it at the right time. I don't know when it comes. The first one comes at the right time for Jamil Muhammad is the pocket. They did a good job of just staying in the rush lanes, not giving Leonard anywhere to escape, and the pocket collapses on him, and Jamil Muhammad does a good job of holding on and bringing the big fella down.
3rd and 10. Obviously a huge play in the game for both teams. Irish have not had a great deal of success on 3rd downs. Let's see about this one. Leonard drops to pass, throws this way, incomplete, not even close. Greedy Vance defending Jaden Greathouse on the play. 4th down, and the Irish are going to punt with 5:58 remaining in the game. Down are the Trojans, 35-28.
Yeah, Leonard's a good quarterback, Pete. When it's about 3rd and 5 or less, he can make you work in those situations with his legs. He can do enough with his arm to get those, but those kind of situations, 3rd and backed up, not his strong suit right there, and you see it again as he could not deliver on 3rd and long.
Zachariah Branch has not been much of a threat punt returner this year, but boy was he good last year. Waiting at his own 28 for the kick by James Rendell. Backs up. Catches at the 14, backpedals to the 12, trying to get to the sideline and get something out of it, and he gets a couple. To the 15, as the referees separate the Warriors from both teams, and where are they going to mark him out of bounds? 13-yard line? I'm sorry, 18-yard line? 17, 16, where's it going to be? The ref keeps moving. Well, now they're going to place it at the 16. All right, 60-yard punt. Nice one. Very short return, about 3 or 4 yards for Zachariah Branch. 5:47. So probably one of 2 possessions the Trojans are going to have the rest of this game in regulation time, right?
Got to make it count here after the Trojans, who we wrote off on defense, thought we couldn't ever stop Notre Dame again, had 2 big stops here, Pete, to give this offense a chance to tie it up.
Quentin Joyner to the right side of Mayava. Takes the snap. Just before he's hit, throws to Makai Lemon. Complete. Keeps on battling across the 30 to the 32. Gain of 16, and that's a USC first down, brought to you by your Southern California Hyundai dealers. Watts makes the tackle for Notre Dame. He had 7 of those against the Trojans last year. That's 7 today.
Jaden takes another shot right there. That's about the 5th or 6th time he's taken a big hit after the play.
They don't call the late hit in this league very much either, but these, again, are not Big Ten referees. Joyner to the left side of Mayava on 1st and 10. Out at the 32. Jaden drops, throws as he's about to be hit. That is complete to Lake McCree across the 30 to the 33.5. So only a gain of 1 there. Schuler, free safety. Actually, the boundary safety, and he was certainly on this boundary on that play, makes the play. 2nd down and 9. Reminder to stay with us for the Modelo locker room report. 2nd down and 9. At the 33.5. Did not get to the 34. This started at the 32. Long count for Mayava. Takes the snap. Blitz coming. In trouble. Gets away. Unloads it and just throws it away. 3rd down. 4:30 remaining in the game. Down by a touchdown. 4-down situation here. Or do you punt it away one more time and hope?
Yeah, I think you got to punt it away. And
if you don't make it here.
Your defense could, if you don't make it here, punt it away more time. You got 3 timeouts. You got to punt it here in this situation. Can't give Notre Dame the ball here.
Nice blitz there by the outside linebacker, Jaden Osbury. Deuce Robinson winds up over to the right side with Jacoby Lanes. The 2 of the big targets over that way. Zachariah Branch was here, but then scampers over to the right side, so trips right. 5 on the play clock. Mayava takes the snap on a big 3rd down and 10. Throw up the sideline. Caught by Robinson, but I think he's out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it's a catch. I want to see this one again. At the Irish 45-yard line, 44-yard line. A great catch by Robinson. The only question I have is whether he came down with that ball inbounds. Yep.
I saw a foot hit.
I did too, and I don't know that they're going to be able to overturn that. They might want to look at it, though. Oh, here we go.
He's got the ball, and he's 1 foot down. I think the only thing is he's switching kind of sides, so they need to snap the ball. Snap it.
Snap is back to Mayava. That play will count. Handoff to Joyner. Joyner spins away, gets away, has some running room at the 40. Still on his feet, 35-30, and down from behind inside the 25 near the 20-yard line. Out of bounds goes Quentin Joyner, who has been such a big story today with the injury to Woody Marks, the Trojans' leading rusher and receiver. And Joyner has come in most admirably. There's an injured Notre Dame player. That's Watts, and they can barely afford to lose him. He's got kind of All-America stature around him. He may be one indeed. So they'll work on him. What's the clock situation? 4 minutes, 14 seconds left. Trojans will have the ball about the 20-yard line. Both teams have all of their times out remaining, plus you've got the 2-minute stoppage. So you're not talking about trying to score in the last second here. That's just not a possibility. And while they work on Watts, let's go down to Jordan for our DirecTV sideline report. Mr. Mo.
You know, obviously the headline here is USC trying to beat Notre Dame and close the season with 3 straight wins. But I think the subheads are Jaden Mayava and Quentin Joyner, 2 guys that are trying to make statements for now and for next year. If you are Joyner, have you shown enough today to say, hey, I'm ready to be the lead back? Sure, you can go in the portal, you can get some help, but you don't need another Woody Marks. You've got me, and I think Mayava doing the same thing, right? We know the way the portal works now. Will the Trojans go hunting for a big veteran QB, or do they like what they have? Boy, Mayava has shown a lot today to say you like what he's got.
Well, we like to talk about games like this and guys that maybe you're not counting on when you woke up this morning, got out of bed, and guys that are performing above, not their ability, but above what they've done all year long.
A great job by Jaden getting that ball snapped so they didn't review, and then obviously Quentin Joyner on the nice run, never quitting on that run, and breaking a couple tackles.
1st and 10 at the 21 on the Notre Dame side of the field, going towards the tunnel end of the Coliseum, down by 7. Throw, Mayava looking for the end zone. Look out, that's intercepted at the 2. Return back up the sideline to the 20. 30, he might go to the 50. This could end the game. Penalty marker on the play, and all the way back, this is Christian Gray, who's had quite the game. That is a 98-yard interception return, but there is a penalty marker on the play, and we'll have to wait and see what it's all about. The flag is at the 32-yard line, and all you can hope for if you're the Trojans is that this is against Notre Dame. Otherwise, for the 2nd straight year, a long, crushing play for Notre Dame late in the ball game to probably put this thing away. And the Irish are celebrating as though this is a touchdown. Their entire team rushing down to the end zone and on the field, and here's the call from the ref.
During their interception, personal foul, illegal low block, passing team number 14. That penalty, the 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. The score is good.
Christian Gray with a 98-yard, maybe 99-yard interception return. The Trojans were moving the ball down the field, got it to the 21, and an interception return makes it 42-28, and that should do it.
Yeah, just going to the back shoulder once again right there to Kyron Hudson, and just left the ball a little bit short. Kyron Hudson kind of lost his feet, wasn't able to go challenge for the ball and try to get that back shoulder. Just think going to the well one too many times on those back shoulder fades. Christian Gray saw him up maybe 5, 6, 7 times that he had thrown on him right there. Makes a big play for Notre Dame.
Extra point is up, and the extra point is good, and now just 3:39 remaining in the game. The Trojans find themselves back behind by 2 touchdowns on the first turnover of the game, and a dangerous and bad one it was, with a 98-yard interception return for Christian Gray, the sophomore from Jesuit High in St. Louis, his second interception of the year and one he will never forget.
Yeah, just on the back shoulder again. We've seen it a bunch today. Trojans think they have better receivers than the defensive backs, and it's been a toss-up. They've won some, they've lost some, but right there, Christian Gray, I just saw that play one too many times, was ready for that back shoulder, does a good job getting back and turned around, and Kyron Hudson kind of loses his footing. That's why you saw Christian Gray come up with the big play.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the USC Trojans, ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
Hey, it's Mace, and this is USC football back where it belongs on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles, a good Karma Brands radio station. Fight on.
Jordan Moore on the sideline. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was right in front of it. I just don't think Kyron had any idea the ball was coming his way. I mean, usually the thing about the back shoulder is it's a high degree of difficulty, but I feel like you rarely see picks on it. But in that case, the DB recognized that the ball was in the air coming his way. I don't think Kyron ever really noticed that was happening.
It goes as a 99-yard interception return, so it can't be anything but a record-tying interception for Notre Dame and against USC, for that matter. 3:39 left. It would take a true miracle now for the Trojans to come back and win this game. Down 42-28, kickoff into the end zone. This is one of those, we saw one a few years ago during COVID time where you got to score, onside kick, and score again. We saw one.
Yeah, it's going to be tough against this defense here.
Not impossible, but not great odds.
Yeah, it just kind of sucked the life out of the building.
Sure did. They're all heading for the exits now.
Yeah, it was, the Trojan fans were getting hyped. You're starting to move the ball.
Yeah.
You're feeling good, and that one right there takes the air out of the building. I'm sure it's hard to bounce back if your offense get fired up for this drive, because it's.
I don't like to second guess coaches, but in this case, I think to myself, why not take a little time off the clock and run the ball a little bit, and if you try the touchdown there and you score there, you're giving Notre Dame the ball back with 3:39 to go. Although SC's defense has played okay the last couple of times.
Everything gets second guess.
Yep. Big game especially. Let's go Irish is the chant. They're not leaving. The Trojan fans kind of are. Mayava throws. This time, Lemon will catch it inside the Irish 45. Where was that a play ago? And guess who's defending? Christian Gray. Well, he says, hey, I caught the last one, ran 99. What do you want?
Yeah, he's tired. Maybe a good time to pick on him right now. Just took it 99, so go after him again.
Trojans will have to score quickly here. They do have all their times out remaining, plus the 2-minute stoppage. So if you get it in and get a stop, who knows? Who knows? Joyner to the right side of Mayava. Waiting. Throws over the middle. That's complete. Kyle Ford inside the 35 to the 33. Ford playing his final game at the Coliseum.
Gotta hurry up here.
2nd and 2. Trojans quickly back up to the line. That'll leave yourself some time if you score. The Irish are probably just thinking, keep the thing in front of you. That's all, up by 2 touchdowns. Handoff to Joyner. He'll get to the 28. That'll be enough for a first down. Stop the clock, move the chains. 2:37, 2:36. Clock should be stopped to move the chains just briefly. It isn't. 2-minute warning coming up. Trojans would love to score before that if they can. 28-yard line, however. 1st and 10. Down by 2 scores. Mayava throws sideline. Lemon 20, 18 in the La Victoria red zone. Out of bounds at the 17, gain of 11. Clark defending. 2:14 remaining in the game, down 42-28. Trojans trying to get back to within 1, and when you're within 1, you've got a chance. They could drop it. You've got all your times out. You could stop them. There's lots of things that could happen, but you got to get going. Yeah, back down to the 17. It's not as though the Trojans haven't had chances today, more chances than this. Now Notre Dame will call timeout, or we'll come down to the 2-minute warning, 2-minute timeout. We will take a break with them. 42-28 Notre Dame. Let's come back and see how this thing finishes after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
Here in California, we are all about chill. From hitting the beach or going on your favorite hike to going all out and pulling for our teams to win another championship. No one is more chill than us. The one thing, though, that ties us all together, enjoying all that California has to offer with great friends and a cold Coors Light. Pick up icy cold Coors Light today or even get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at HelloHelium.com. Fight on.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, TravisMathew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, TravisMathew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days and style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at TravisMathew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Hey, it's Ireland. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it Monday on the biggest show in the radio, Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on 710 ESPN.
Can't give up hope quite yet because the Trojans have a chance to score here with 2 minutes to go, down by 2 touchdowns. Probably kick off long if you score and try to hold them because you got all of your times out remaining. And if you do, you're going to get the ball back maybe with a minute 30 or so, probably back in your own side with the 40 or 30 yard line, something like that.
If you score right now, if you score on this play, maybe you get a chance to do that. But if you take a couple more plays here, you'll probably have to onside kick.
Or call. You're going to have to call a timeout at some point. Stay with us for the Modelo Locker Room Report. We'll be in the Trojan locker room. We'll talk to players and coaches alike. Scores of other games, highlights, statistics. Try to figure out where SC's going bowling. Good luck with that. All we know is that they will. And, played in the Holiday Bowl last year against Louisville. And that turned out to be fun and rewarding for a lot of young players on the Trojan team. We don't know how many Trojan players will opt out because they think they're going to turn pro or they're going to go into the portal, that kind of thing. We'll just have to wait and see. Portal opens on December 9. All right, 1st and 10 Trojans at the Irish. 17 as Mayava throws incomplete over the middle, looking for Ford, but knocked away by Moore. Moore's had a pretty good game. He's been around today. 2nd and 10. Clock only ticks off 3 seconds, so that doesn't hurt the Trojans all that much, but it is 2nd down and 10. Total offense, SC actually has the ad, 478, 438 with 8 more plays. The Trojans are, they played Michigan tough. Michigan beat Ohio State. They played Penn State tough. Penn State's in the Big Ten final. They're going to the playoffs. They're the number 3 ranked team in the country probably when the day is over. 2nd and 10. Mayava waiting. Throws over the middle. Complete. Going to have to call timeout. Ford hit and dropped at the 13-yard line. Trojans saving their timeout, so they have to hustle to the line. They've got 2 plays to get 7 yards. And they better hustle and get a touchdown here, leave themselves some time for an onside kick try. Mayava on 3rd and 6, throws incomplete, looking for Ford. Broken up again by that man Moore, and it's 4th down, and this is it right here. 4th down, last chance. Don't get any more chances. We're trying to be as upbeat and positive as we possibly can be and tell you there's still a chance, and there still is a chance, but it comes down to this play right here. You must get a 1st down, or the game will end. 4th down and 6. need to get to the 7. Joyner to the right side of Mayava. Zachariah Branch, Deuce Robinson, Kyron Hudson to the near side, Jacoby Lane to the other. 5 on the play clock. Snap to Mayava. The rush is on. He throws. End zone. Intercepted. This might be going the other way. 102 yards. Down the sideline all the way. This is Xavier Watts with his 12th career interception. And just like last year, it's a blowout. 49-28 is going to be the final on this one, kids. 102 yards for Xavier Watts on that one. Mayava had to get rid of it. He was just about to get slugged and go down on his back, and he just fired it up. And look, on 4th and 6, you can't go down. You can't have a sack. You've got to throw the ball anywhere up in the air, and he did, and that's the way it goes.
Yeah, that one wasn't on Jaden. He didn't get any blocking right there. Blitz right up in his face. 4th down. You got to do something with it. Throws it up, praying for something to happen. Obviously, Notre Dame takes it back there. Just a tough way to go down for the Trojans. Back-to-back pick sixes there.
Long ones, too.
Yeah, long ones that kind of finished the day off. When this place was rocking and rolling, it was getting tight down there. You can see Notre Dame was starting to feel it. But the Trojans not able to take advantage of some nice field position and score a touchdown.
Next point. Good again. I can't be absolutely 100% sure, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that that's the first time SC's given up 99 and 100-yard interception returns in the same game.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a stat
in one quarter in back-to-back drives.
If you give up one pick six in the game, your chances for victory are low. You give up 2, that's
pretty
writing
bad
on the wall.
It was Christian Gray from 99, and that was a record, and this is a record again. Xavier Watts from in the end zone.
Yeah, it was a much closer game than this score is going to end up, and no one's going to see that. They'll probably see that USC got crushed against Notre Dame, but this was tight late, and Trojans missed one throw, and then that's really what sealed the deal for the Trojans today.
You know what I'd really like? I'd really like to beat Notre Dame in South Bend again before I'm done with this job. We haven't touched them since 2011. It's been a long time. 6 straight losses there, and I think this SC team's going to be decent next year. I really do. I think this team's going to be pretty good.
They've been through a lot this year, and sometimes these scars you form in these tough seasons can help you for next year. Sometimes they can hurt you. We'll see what kind of resolve they have in this offseason and how the bowl practices, and a lot of way till then, but how to figure out a lot of things for this Trojan team.
Goins will kick off. Fair catch called for and made. So the Trojans will have it at the 25. And Jordan Moore on the field with our DirecTV sideline report all day, all season long. Jordan?
Yeah, you're talking about the schedule for next year, and I think both at Notre Dame and at Oregon on the schedule.
Tough.
And you have not won in either place since 2011. So they won in both in 2011. That was a very impressive season that year under Lane Kiffin. And I think you look at that schedule right away, and that's the first 2 things that stand out. Can this team, this team that has struggled to win road games at all this year, you got 2 daunting road games next year, but it's time. I'm with you, Pete. I mean, it is time to it's sort of been a 50-50 kind of game here at the Coliseum, and it's been all Notre Dame in South Bend, and those games have not even been particularly close of late.
Yeah, you're right, and I think back to talking to the late Tom Kelly, my predecessor on these broadcasts, as the handoff goes to Bryant Jackson, and Notre Dame just playing total prevent, and Jackson will get a first down with an 11-yard gain, which maybe is, it's close to his longest, ties his longest of the year. And I think Notre Dame beat SC, I think it was 38 straight years back in South Bend before O.J. Simpson in 1967 led the Trojans to victory. I believe it was from the 30s to the 60s. Maybe it was 28. Whatever it was a long, long, long streak for USC not to win in South Bend. Now an injured player for the Irish, and
that's not much of a rivalry, 38 years.
No, they dominated the rivalry in the early stages. It has been much better since 1967. The Trojans actually have the advantage in this rivalry. I have it right here, and I won't be able to count the number of years, and I should have earlier this week. Handoff to Jackson again, and they're kind of waiting for him 10 yards downstream. Another 12-yard pickup there. All right, the Trojans lost in South Bend in they won in 31 and didn't win again till 67. 41, 51, 61, 38, 30, 36 years, 30, something like that.
You have to call yourself a rival at that point. We're rivals, huh?
Well, they were beating SC up pretty good for a long time, and then starting in 62, really SC kind of turned the tables on Notre Dame, with the exception of that long losing streak. Jackson again gets away, his longest run ever for the true freshman, down to the Irish 29. 33 seconds left in the game. No reason not to run plays. The Irish had that long streak from 1983 through 95 without losing to SC. Trojans did the same from 2002 to 2009. You never lost to them.
I lost to my freshman.
Oh, very, very early, true fresh. Jackson again, probably the last play of the game, gets away. 20, 15, 10, tackled at the 9. 17 seconds to go. Trojans going to call timeout and try to score on these guys one more time. Why not?
Why not? It's Notre Dame. No one told Brian Jackson this one is over, because he looks like he might be the only one out there playing.
Well, timeout. Well, last game of the year. I mean, can't take the timeouts with you. You might as well play. Now, Irish fans are booing, but don't you have to try till the game's over? Just play. Play the game.
I don't care how Notre Dame feels.
Clock's going to run out on you anyway. Just play the game. That was the case with Neuheisel and UCLA those years ago. And remember, they decided to play the game, call the timeout. Pete Carroll said, well, the heck with that. We're going to play too. So the Irish beat the Trojans for the second straight year. And Jordan has something for us on the field.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats and I'm thinking about the performances. In my mind, I saw a lot today where I thought that USC took a step forward, and I know it's going to feel like a step back. And I'm really fascinated to see where it goes from here, because the Penn State and Notre Dame are headed to the top 5, and USC was just not that far away from them in this building this season.
Mayava to throw, end zone, catch by Jacoby Lane, his third touchdown catch of the day. All right.
And I'm glad Jacoby Lane's acting appropriately. He scored. Yeah, he's going to do his job, score his touchdown, but no celebration and dancing around. It's not a time for that.
No. And 13 seconds left in the game, and the final in this one will not be 49-28, as I prematurely stated. Probably going to be 49-35.
Heck of a catch, too, by the way.
Jacoby, 3 touchdown catches.
Yeah.
He had 6 coming in, 8 in his career.
One-handed touchdown catch that'll go for naught, because it won't be remembered, but it's a heck of a catch.
Trojans late to get some of the personnel on the field. Now we're all set. Extra point try. Jordan, what do you want?
I'm just wondering what their season high for yards given up is this season, Notre Dame.
Got to be this.
No, I know. I'm just saying, was anyone even close to this? I mean, I'm just looking at the board. 557 yards.
I mean, their average on the season was less than 3. Kick is up and good. Lane, 3 catches, 26 yards, 3 touchdowns. That'll work. I mean, it ain't a loss. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't count this last drive as yardage against Notre Dame, but definitely Trojans challenge this defense. This defense is top. We talked about it already. Top 10 in a lot of categories, top 5 in some categories. A challenging defense. Al Golden's got this guy playing good all year, but the Trojans came out here offensively and challenged them all day long. Now, defensively, were they in the game a lot? Not a lot. I think that the Trojans got beat up a little bit defensively, exposed in some areas of run defense and being able to stop the quarterback. But offensively, I think they were able to match up pretty well with Notre Dame today.
Are the Irish legitimately a national championship contender?
I don't know. I think their limit, their ability not to, kind of push the ball downfield in the air game, I think is something that teams with better box players, better front seven can probably slow down this team when you can load the box against them and know that Leonard can only really hurt you with his legs, not with his arm. I think that might kind of be the slow down. But if they can keep running the ball like they are with Love, they get him healthy and Price healthy. I think they got 2 special guys back there with Leonard that can definitely run the ball.
Highest scoring SC Notre Dame game in history. Trojans kick off deep and in the end zone. So rather than the onside, they'll watch Notre Dame take a knee.
teams are going to see how USC attacked them today and moved this ball so successfully. That's a defense who's played pretty well all year, but giving up, I don't know if I count that last touchdown, but at least 28 points today was second best on the year for against this defense.
Next year, be in South Bend in October, where sometimes it's cold and sometimes it's regular. And the crowd is always good and the trip is always great. And if you are a USC fan and you've never been, you need to go. Steve Angeli taking the final snap of the game. By the way, it's the 20th anniversary of the Bush Push next year. That seems impossible, doesn't it? Clock runs out. The Irish win this one here convincingly. They were very good. The Trojans had a look at it, but couldn't seal the deal. A couple of long interception returns made the score look much worse than it was, probably. The final score of today's game, presented by Wells Fargo, official retail bank of USC Athletics. And today's final, Notre Dame 49, USC 35. Back after these messages on the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
Here in California, we are all about chill. From hitting the beach or going on your favorite hike to going all out and pulling for our teams to win another championship. No one is more chill than us. The one thing, though, that ties us all together, enjoying all that California has to offer with great friends and a cold Coors Light. Pick up icy cold Coors Light today or even get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at HelloHelium.com. Fight on.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, TravisMathew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, TravisMathew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic cardinal and gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days in style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at TravisMathew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Hey, it's Travis. This is USC Notre Dame on the home of the Trojans. We'll be all over it on Monday morning on the Trav and DeMarco Show at 9 a.m. right here on 710 ESPN. Fight on.
So the Trojans fall, and they will finish the regular season 6-6. Notre Dame moves to 11-1 and into the college football playoff rotation of 12 teams that will be known in another week and a little more than that. For the Trojans, they'll be going bowling. We don't know where or when, but we'll find that out in another week or so as well. Trojans gave it a good run today, and the Irish were able to turn them away and end up winning this thing running away, as it looks like, 49-35. But the Trojans had a real good look at it, down by a touchdown with a ball at the 21-yard line before throwing an interception for a touchdown the other way, and that blew the game open late in the contest. And Notre Dame was able to roll on and win. Stay tuned next now for the Modelo Locker Room Report, the show that takes you into the Trojan locker room for interviews with our Trojan players of the game on Senior Day. We'll also talk with head coach Lincoln Riley. We'll take a look at final scores of other ball games, statistics, and highlights on this one, all on the Modelo Locker Room Report, which follows this broadcast immediately. Once again, the final score in the big game here today, Notre Dame 49, USC 35, and this is the ESPN LA Trojan Media Network.
And it is a final. USC Notre Dame is in the books on this Saturday at the Coliseum.
You've been listening to USC Football, brought to you by Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC Football.
And by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Stay tuned in as we break down the game, listen to highlights, and talk to the players and coach.
All coming up on the ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network. Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill, because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Hi, it's Hannah, and welcome to the HannahCast. Today, Piggy Bank's gonna fuel our episode with questions about Argo rewards. Yep, earn up to $7 in rewards at sign-up. Uh-huh, and 5 cents on every gallon. Sounds pretty sensible, if you ask me. Oh, all this savings talk making you hungry? Here you go. Learn how to earn at arcorewards.com.
Offer valid until October 31st, 2024. By entering your phone number, you're agreeing to receive recurring automated informational and marketing SMS, MMS messages from Marathon. Consent not required for purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Co. Full flavor? It's athletic. Huge variety? It's athletic. Award-winning styles you can get online, at the bar, or the grocery store? It's athletic. In fact, when it comes to amazing non-alcoholic beer, there's no question. It's athletic. Ask for it and find out. Go to askforathletic.com to find your closest retailer today. Near Beer.
That's the final whistle. It's time to go break down the Trojans' performance, the outcome, and the next opponent for USC. This is the Modelo Locker Room Report.
Brought to you by Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football.
Postmates, great restaurant selection and no delivery fee or service fee on eligible orders. Fight on.
And by Salaya Tequila, proud partner of the USC Trojans.
This is the Modelo Locker Room Report.
Welcome back to the Coliseum. Postmortems now for the Trojans to lose to Notre Dame 49-35. Pete Arbogast with Shaun, Cody will be going down to the locker room. Jordan Moore standing by there with interviews with our players of the game. We'll talk to Lincoln Riley before too long as well. And Shaun, a game in which the Irish never trailed. The Trojans caught them a bunch of times but could never take the lead. Had a chance to tie it up at the end. Got the ball down to the 20-yard line with about 4 minutes left in the contest, but threw a pick six for 99. It wasn't even the longest pick six of the game. They got a 100-yarder the next time around. But they did have a look at this ball game, and I think when you look back at the season, you didn't win, but had a look at a game against a top 4 Notre Dame team, a Michigan team that beat Ohio State, Penn State that's going to be third in the country, getting a bye in the playoffs. A weird season, certainly. The Trojans will have a bowl game to try to do something with it a little bit later on, but strange season, but they had a look at some of these games, and I think that doesn't bode particularly poorly for the future.
Yeah, a lot of, if you could say, bad luck for the Trojans this year, just not able to. But sometimes you got to make your own luck, and I just don't think the Trojans have maybe playmaking in those fourth quarters this year just kind of bit them too much. Just didn't have enough plays to be made there. You think about, that play going over the top to Kyron Hudson and Jaden, just kind of not on the same page right there. As that one seals the deal for the Trojans, but just too many plays like that this year. And was it a great team? No. Was it a good team? Probably not. But it's a team that fought every game, so there's something to build on there. I think the fight in the team was there. The ability to match up with every opponent that comes into this place or they go on the road to play is a good thing. But the next level is finding those ways to win games and learning how to win in the tough situations. Now that you built up those scars from those losses, now you got to build on those. Like, okay, we've been in these situations before. We know how to handle ourselves. Let's find the winning plays to take those games home.
Better team at the end of the season than at the start. Never mind the LSU game, than that crazy run of 5 losses by 19 points. Better team at the end of the year.
It's tough because this Notre Dame, you look at the score and you think about Notre Dame and the defense had a tough game today because they probably went against the toughest offense they saw all year. But defense, I thought they got better throughout the year, maybe up until this one. And then offense, you change